It is. I'd say it's just past lights out for everyone. Well, this is taking place pretty much the day after the goblin attack, so a lot of you stayed up late, uh, hauling away goblin bodies, trying to get stuff cleaned up as best you can. Someone dug Gary dug a goblin pit to just throw out all the bodies into for now, just so they're all in one place. It was a
I
lot.
dug graves.
You dug.
Old Earth. That's your job.
Yeah, multiple graves.
Okay.
Not just one big pit.
Okay. Gary spent a lot of time digging multiple graves, so to give them a proper burial. Snom,
Oh,
you're asleep in your bed, comfortable, warm, full from dinner prepared by Korg, and you just kind of fallen into a deep sleep when you hear like a sour note plucked on your lyre.
wait a minute. Who's touching Ruby?
You open your eyes and kind of like shoot up, and you see the disembodied, rotten digit belonging to the man who stole your lyre a long time ago. It's just floating there, plucking on it.
Okay.
And the lyre kind of floats up too, and the two of them quickly fly through your bedroom and out the door.
I will go running for it.
Okay. You spring up and rush through the door, and you suddenly find yourself in a series of caves. The bedroom door slams behind you and then disappears.
What the fuck? What? What's happening?
You look around, you see your lyre and that finger, and they're going through the caves.
Fuck it. Gotta get Ruby back.
All right. You start just sprinting, and you'll lose sight for a moment, then you'll see it in the corner of your eye and sprint after it, and it feels like an hour that you are just chasing this lyre, and suddenly you lose sight again, and you look around as you're still running and slam hard into like a surface, and you kind of like back up and look around, and you see a large boulder blocking the path with chains and odd talismans all around it.
Hell, give me back Ruby.
You feel a voice from behind this boulder, and it like almost reverberates in your chest. Free me.
Huh. If I free you, will I get my lyre back?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll just grab onto one of the talismans and just pull it off.
You reach up to free it, and your hand grasps onto your lyre that just kind of appears, and then it smacks you in the face, and your eyes like snap open, and you're once again in your bed.
Okay. That was something. I'll just go back to sleep.
All right, you do so, and everything's fine. Wake up in the morning to the sound of birds chirping, Razzle getting up, stretching, making usual wake up noises.
Oh, sounds like you had a good sleep.
I normally do, unless something really fucked up happens. You alright, bud?
Yeah, it's just weird dream.
Weird, like, premonition of something really awful, or weird, like, you were standing in the middle of someone giving a presentation and you had your pants down?
That's a problem, Al.
What?
I'm a
Oh, no, yeah, you
kobold.
don't normally wear pants. My bad. Sorry. That'll be an embarrassing thing for you then. Oh, you were playing your lyre, and then all of a sudden all your fingers fell off. That'd be a bad one, right?
That'd be really bad. That's
Well,
the only
was
thing
it-
I'm good at.
Well, was it premonition of evil, or was it fingers falling off of lyre, or was it somewhere in between? That's your scale.
Okay, so speaking of fingers,
Okay.
you know the finger that I have from that guy that I dealt with that stole my lyre once?
Razzle blinks and just goes, no.
He'll just like go into his bag and fish out the finger.
So he fishes out this it definitely looks like it is a finger, but it is rotting, it's smelly, it's like turning black and gray in some places. It's nasty.
I'm going to very calmly walk over to the door. I'm going to close the door, and I'm going to just walk back and just... Snom, why do you have a man's rotting finger in your bag?
It's a reminder that of the guys who jumped me and my group the first time I came to the surface. And yeah, we found one of them and pretty much left a message.
So you bit all of his fingers off,
No, I just cut one off.
and did it occur to you at all that that would paint a massive target on your back if these guys ever decided to come back for revenge?
I mean, one of them was in jail, essentially.
Are any more of them in jail?
Not that I know of. I don't think they even really care for each other anymore.
Well, look, first of all, that thing needs to go. Like, message or not, it's going to stink out the entire room. Two, it's probably not a great idea for you to be holding on to, like, a fucking symbol of, fucking, like, chasing vengeance or something. Probably not great for, yourself upstairs. And I had another point that I had to make. Now I'm after bloody forgetting what it was. Regardless of whether or not they're all still working together, if we run into people in the field on a job and we need to either, get rid of them, or throw them in jail, just better to do it all at once, okay?
Fair enough.
Alright. Now either feed that thing to the dragons downstairs or get rid of it, please.
I can feed it to the dragons. They might
Grand.
like it.
Actually, wait, hold on a second. I don't know if they'd fully appreciate getting fed a man's dead, rotting finger. Just throw it away. Just dig a hole and bury it. So.
They are pretty proud.
I'll just yeet it out the window.
Yeet!
And now
Woo!
it's Nathan's problem. Right, how about we go get downstairs and get some breakfast, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so you guys head downstairs. Gary, what are you doing?
I've been writing for the last several minutes. Actually, Gary would also be writing. He would be taking out a bit of the pen and parchment, and he will be writing a letter to Valzita. He's not going to sign it as himself. He will sign it as the Platinum Scales, but the letter will be, in very brief, detailing that the Eye of the Dullahan works as a two-way seeing mechanism,
Okay.
and that this may potentially put them in danger, but that is their decision to make. Yeah, and it's going to be signed as just from the Platinum Scales.
All right. Write that down and just send that to me so I don't forget.
Yeah, will do.
Mel's.
Go on. You can
So,
do it.
I was about to say, Mel's, you wake up feeling suffocated. Hey,
Is it Fluffy suffocated?
yeah.
Yeah. I pick up my cat off of my face,
Ow!
feeling the scratches from its face, or
Yep.
from its claws on my face.
Yeah, you get the sense that it might have been making biscuits on your face. But yeah.
You know what? I really need to get this cat some scratchy stuff.
You look
for it to play around
as
with.
you say that, you look around and you notice that there are scratches on all of the furniture and the wood
Yeah.
and the wooden floor. Everything
Yeah.
has been scratched by this cat.
All right. Alright, today, before I leave, I'm going to go get cat supplies because you need it.
Ah!
I will roll animal handling to give it a treat.
Okay.
Where's my sheet? Animal handling. Give it. Yes.
Do it. Okay.
Okay. It does not scratch you this time. But it does, like, eventually squirm out and jump on your bed.
Okay, you can be there. Okay, so that's one thing to do today. Cool. Chill, now get up and make sure Fern is okay.
Fern seems to be fine for now.
Okay. Alright. Just keep that in its safe place.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, and then I'll walk out.
Okay. Let's see.
Busy down here.
Yeah. You do see a couple of new-ish faces and some that you've seen before. Let's see. As far as Fenrir goes, he is just kind of napping in bed. He'll come down when he comes down.
As you pass by his room, you hear like a cough.
Yeah. He's sick boy.
He's sick, he's sick.
Wolf. Sick
I'm a
boy.
method actor.
Yeah.
So good. He's so talented. How does he do it?
He might come down for some tea later. Yeah, what are you guys doing downstairs? Where do you go?
Right now, I'm trying to see if I can get the seeds from all the plants I have, because they're all taking a bit of a hold in my backpack.
Okay,
I
so
see.
See
new
which ones
faces.
I have, because I was going to see, oh,
Yeah.
maybe there's some common ones I get started with. I just have really rare plants. I don't have any common ones.
so are you gonna try and
Yeah, I think all the
Har-
Dracus flowers I have, I'm going to see if I can harvest some of the seeds from them.
Okay, so let's start with one of them.
I have 2 blues and 1 green, so I'll just do 3 sleight of hand checks. See, I think I need to beat a 14 for uncommon.
For uncommon, yes.
Okay, so let's see. So I'll do the blue, blue, green. Do the rolls.
Okay, so 3 sleight of hand checks. Success. Success. Fail. So, roll a d4 twice.
That's a d6, actually. No others. Let me get rid of them. Ignore that.
Ignoring. Alright, so you got 1 seed from the first and 4 seed from the second.
Do you want me to make an item for that, or just write it down on my
Just write it down. Of just how many seeds you got, like Dracus seeds or whatever, which
yeah,
color.
Those are the 2 blue ones, and then the green one I could not get seeds from anymore, but
Yep, but you can still use it for brewing.
nice. All right, that's what. So we can start with that.
Okay, okay, cool.
I mean, if I'm just going through all my plants real fast. Is there any negative side to failing harvesting them?
You just won't be able to replant it.
Okay. I'll hold on, because I have a bunch of very rare. See if I get an advantage or something.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
Alright, who else is down here?
I see new friendos.
You do see new friendos. Do you talk to new
Or meet
friendos?
I do. I'll talk to new friendos.
Okay. Who do you go to first?
The 3 here.
Okay. So, you go up to a trio. One seems to be, sort of a well-dressed knight. Currently doesn't have his armor on, just a nice, white shirt and brown slacks. You see, sort of a copperish color hair, orange golden eyes or amber color eyes, and he looks at you, gives a smile. Good morning.
Morning!
Are you...
Can I join you guys?
Sure. Pull up a seat.
Okay. I assume you guys are new?
Yes, we just joined yesterday. My name is Noah Ashwin of the Slipwood Ashwins.
Scare me.
Over here is one of my servants. His name is Jin. Jin Forrest, I believe. Jin just kind of like gives you a nod. Doesn't
Do
really.
you not have the chicken?
Oh right, I didn't change the ownership of the chicken. Give me a sec.
You own the chicken.
Yeah, I gotta change who owns the chicken. All right, hold on 1 second. Pause on the.
Pause on introduction.
Yeah.
Mal.
Let's see.
I'm dying, Squirtle.
Oh,
Stop killing Squirtle.
No, don't die, Squirtle.
I'm dying.
sorry, Pancake.
What if you just got
Don't do.
Okay, there you go. Owner changed on the thing. So
Still have milk to get.
Jin just kind of like gives you a nod, doesn't really say anything. Seems like he doesn't not really much for conversation. And then he motions to a little small short tabaxi maid. And she just gives you a grin and goes, Natalie Softpaw.
Oh. So cute.
God, you made that clear.
Mel's will nod to everyone and say, "Hey, nice to meet you all. My name is Mel's. I'm the designated ranger of the Platinum Scales."
Ah, so you're one of the you're one of the guild members here. Well, nice to meet you. I hope that we can work together sometime.
Sure. Are you? Well, I don't know if we had plans. I guess we're making plans today. I was actually planning on heading out over to Slane to go see what the other guild was up to. The Greysong guild.
Never heard of them.
It's space. Well, I can't really say much about them since I haven't paid much attention to them until now. But like, you know, with what our guild has been dealing with, and you'll find out as you go down the line. We thought, well, I'm thinking that it'd be a cool idea to go talk with them and see what other information they might have on such matters.
Oh, well, I'm sure it will be fruitful. I don't know.
You can come if you want.
Are you inviting me?
Sure.
All right. I don't see why not.
Cool. I'll go round up troops.
Okay. And he'll start scarfing down his breakfast. Jen, get my armor. And Jen will like nod and rush upstairs.
I will go walk over to this table then, and be like, "Oops, sorry, hang on. Morning, guys.
Morning, Mel.
Want to go to
Good
Slane?
morning.
I was kind of already planning on it, yeah. Oh, what you have in
It's
mind?
always sunny there.
I wanted to go to the guild over there and talk with them.
Greysong?
Kichi,
Hmm?
can I intimidate him really quick?
Sure.
From the top.
Menacing.
Hold on, I don't have my sheet open.
Okay.
Obviously, Mills hasn't had a talk with Razzle yet, but you know, she's like, "Yeah, I thought it'd be a cool idea to go get their input on what
He's so
the
stupid.
whole world problems thing."
I was kind of saying it to Meg as well, to be honest with you.
Jen kind of like
really?
looks at you, and he's not really intimidated, but he is giving you a wide berth because you're coughing up a lung.
Good. I'm gonna take that as I did intimidate him.
You nailed it.
Ow.
Go hear
Oh,
yourself,
sorry.
buddy.
Oh, so you were talking to Meg about it?
Yeah, no, like, I mean, there's a lot of shit that we're probably going to have to deal with one way or another, and whether we kind of like it or not, they've got probably a lot of strong people who are down at their end of the country as well. So, an exchange of information, we help them, they help us, you know, mutual exchange. I think it could be, a decent enough idea if we can get them on side with it.
I love that we are thinking on the same wavelength, because that's exactly what I was gonna go to.
Yeah, the only thing though is that, like, you know, I've only been down there once. I've met their guild leader. I know Gray's down there now. I think that there was another bard who wasn't too impressed with the way I was playing, but like that's sort of the only things that I know about the place really. So, but you know, now that I've got a bit more authority, maybe they might listen to me a little easier.
More authority.
Well, oh fuck, did I not tell you?
Tell me what.
He's our second in command.
Yeah, Meg made me second in command now that Icky's not here.
Oh, she
He's
made you
king.
co-captain.
What?
She made you co-captain. That's so cool.
Yeah, you know, more or less. So, you know, hopefully now, might be able to start pulling a few extra things in. Oh, that reminds me. Kichi, I think I said this to you, in a PM ages ago, but I think, Razzle wanted to do up like a rota for like people doing just like menial tasks around the guild hall to make sure that everything was like cleaned up.
Ugh. I hate him already.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned that. How do you want to implement it?
Can you give me a hot minute just to go back and look at the things that I wrote up and
Yeah.
Things I want to do.
Can wait. Although I do have a favor, Razzle, that I'd like from you. I'm writing this letter, you see, but I would like written in Draconic language, which I do not know, something along the lines of, do not read, no, you'd want to take off the amulet and read in another room, written in Draconic. A warning, you know. I told you about Valzita.
Oh,
I told you
right.
about this last time.
Oh
thought this
no,
would
no,
be
yeah,
the responsible thing to do.
you did. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, grand. I can
Just something that he would pick up, but the amulet wouldn't. Just to tip him off that if he has it on, he'll probably take it off and read it in another room.
I'll take Gary's note and I'll jot that down.
All right, thank you.
In character, Mels would say, "I won't pry?" Question mark.
Oh, you were away, weren't you?
Yeah.
I don't think this is a particularly big deal, but basically, the necklace that Valzita had,
Yeah.
it's sort of like a two-way window rather than the one-way window that he thought it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I feel just to be on the safe side, just to let him know that that's a fact, and if he still decides to wear the amulet, then that's kind of on them.
Okay. Yeah, you probably should tell him that. I saw him at the gala last week, and I basically told him that we weren't really able to trade or to do the trade with the scrying orb just because it's not really mine to give away. But that's really all that I told him. That's all I knew. I didn't know this part. This is new.
Yeah, I had quite a nasty dream a few days back, where basically the Doulahan themselves came and said, "You know what? Trade's off. Don't worry about getting it back to me. I like it where it is, you know."
Yeah,
So,
that's concerning.
If the kid reads this and says, "You know what? We still might have use for it," my conscience is clean. After that, I feel pretty good about that situation.
Well, at least it's not on your tail anymore, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose it isn't. That's pretty good.
That's one thing off our shoulders. Cool, cool.
I'm good
But
at
yeah,
solving
you should
problems.
tell Val that that's happening.
I am. I mean, would you like to read the letter, or?
No, if you're, I trust you. If you're telling him, then that's cool.
I trust you
Mels,
as well.
as you wrap up your conversation, you see Rascal kind of like motion to you to like come over to where he is. This guy.
Rascal.
That's a weird
Okay.
guy.
Okay, I'm being called. I'm in trouble. I'm going to the principal's office, apparently. Bye. Do I know this dude? I don't think I know this
You've
dude.
seen him. You've never really talked to him. He's been in the guild for a long time.
Hi.
Hi. I don't know if we formally met or not. Couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Was wondering if I could utilize that ball you were mentioning.
The scrying one or the eye?
The scrying one.
The scrying one. Utilize it how?
I want to look for someone.
Oh. Okay. Well, it's up in my room. You want to follow me up there?
Yes, if you don't mind.
Okay. Alright, cool. We go.
Thank you. And he'll follow you upstairs.
We're going upstairs.
And
My arrow.
yeah, as you're walking up, you see Jin kind of like waddling down the hall, carrying some armor, some
You're doing great, Jin.
chainmail. Thanks, ma'am. And he just kind of like keeps walking.
Always gotta support the troops, you know.
Yeah. It's his job.
That's his job, yeah. Okay. Don't worry about the mess or the black ooze underneath my bed. That's normal.
Okay.
He found the piss drawer.
Why is there black mist coming from under your bed?
Oh, that's Daisy. Say hi.
Hi, Daisy.
I imagine she just hisses at him.
Actually, she doesn't.
Huh.
She kind of just looks at him and just curious. Like, doesn't approach. She's just looking at him.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look under the bed, look around for the scrying orb, dig a little bit, dig. There it is. Found a ball, and then I pull it out.
Yeah, you pull it out.
It only worked
Cat to
today.
love everyone but Mel's.
You pull it out, brush off some black cat hair. Thank you. And he'll just kind of walk over and place it down. I wondered, can anyone see what someone else is looking at in the scrying orb?
That's between, I think, you, DM.
From my experience, they can,
I'm gonna say
they're-
yes.
if
I'm
their
gonna say
mind is
yes.
strong
Do you have a
enough,
description of the item? We can just drop that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
right. Give me.
for,
normal
yeah.
scrying,
If they succeed, if you're okay, if you're asking out of character.
No.
If they
I'm
make a
talking.
wisdom save, then no, you can't scry on them. But if you scry on them, then they can't tell that you are scrying on
Lux.
them.
No, if someone else can watch.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Give me a sec.
Okay, if someone else can look at the crystal ball while someone else is doing it and see.
Let's see.
Yes.
I'm looking it up. Give me a sec.
That's funny.
Okay, it's just saying you can cast a scrying spell, so I'm gonna assume it's like the scrying spell.
Yes.
Alright, so you see him just like put his hand on the orb. And it glows. And he's just kind of staring at it for a little bit. Okay. Alright. Thank you.
I won't pry. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I needed. I appreciate you allowing me to use it.
Those
Okay.
boundaries today, Mel's. I won't pry on this, I won't pry on that.
I get. She's like, I won't. There's a lot of things going on. I won't pry.
It's so
I guess.
respectful.
I don't know him, so it's not really appropriate to ask. I guess.
I don't have enough information yet. So I'll just keep that to myself.
Okay. Good luck with whatever that is.
Appreciate it. And he just keeps walking.
And I will put the ball under my bed, and I will walk out.
You see Daisy just kind of leap under the bed and you just hear the sound of a marble rolling around.
Yep. That sounds about right. She's my guardian under there.
You come downstairs and you see that Jin is like helping Noah into his armor. And that's it. Anyone else want to do anything?
I got a couple quick errands I want to do.
Oh, what do you want to do?
First, is this Meepo's post office now?
Yeah, you walk up and you just hear a voice from behind you. Hello!
Oh, you are so efficient. Oh, okay. I have a quick letter. You know Megan, right? She's been around a couple times.
Yes.
If you could deliver this letter, as soon as you could, that'd be much appreciated, and I'll hand him a letter. The letter pretty much is just saying, hey, gonna go start the business ventures we talked about in Slane. Feel free to join, otherwise I'll let you know how it goes. And, I'll give him 5 gold to deliver that as soon as he can.
Okay, there's the song.
Yeah.
Meepo.
Just take this, as soon as you can. Top priority. 5 gold coins to his hand.
Meepo nods and goes, which place is she at?
Ooh, that's a good question. I assume she's in that fancy manor now.
Fancy Forest Manor.
Yeah, that one.
Yes. Meepo deliver.
Let me know if you don't see her.
And he'll pause and then walk inside. Go past Snom.
First time he's ever asked for someone.
Meepo,
Yes.
I actually have a letter for you to deliver to.
Yes.
And a little bit to make up for how I was to you, and I'll give him 1 platinum and the letter.
Meeple
To
doesn't
Paul.
seem to really know what you're referring to, but he'll take the money.
Yeah, it's like, and this letter, it's going to the hole, and he'll just give directions to it. And it's like, and when you get there, tell Mur or Dur you'll recognize them by their bone makeup. It's for Pogsley, and keep your wings tucked. Like, your wings are cool, just don't show them to them.
Okay. Will do. Meeple will deliver.
Thank you.
You see him turn and look towards the rest of the guild. Meeple delivering!
Right, yes. Razzle, do you remember what school Valzita goes to?
Conflux Institute?
Conflux Institute. Do you think that'll be enough if I just say, deliver to the Conflux Institute addressed to Valzita?
Meepo knows where that is.
I've sent letters to Val through him a bunch of times.
He's a top customer.
Yeah.
There is
Right,
tree
then
and
I'll have
Conflux
to-
Institute that Meepo teleports to.
Excellent.
That's handy.
Is it Eshin, yes? Is that how you pronounce it?
Sternus.
Ishterness.
Sternus.
Estranes. Please, Meepo, have this delivered to Valzita Estranes at the Conflux Institute. Thank you. And here is your gold.
Meepo will take it, put it in his ever-growing pouch.
Baggy.
Actually, you notice that in his little his satchel that's around his neck, he's putting in a bunch of letters, but you don't really see where the letters are going to. It's like a void.
He's upgraded. I'm so proud.
You got some new tricks up your sleeve there. Excellent.
Business has increased. Meepo needed more space.
If you ever feel like we're doing too much, by the way, do tell us that. We don't want to overburden you.
Meepo is fine.
Bless you. Alright.
The benefits of Meepo are outstanding. Health,
Incredible.
dental, it's insane.
All right, Meepo out, and then he wanders
So
out,
401k.
and he just disappears into a tree.
The other thing I want to do real quick, because I wanted to hop on the airship real quick, see if there's like an easily accessible like drawer or something, just something that most people can easily spot, because I'm gonna put the air
So,
gem in there.
so you walk out to where the ship
Oh,
is,
does it take it?
and the ship is gone.
Okay. Well, they don't get the air gem. Well, yeah, if it's the next day, then it wasn't in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
would have been in
I
there.
was gonna put it there as the in case of emergency crack gem, but hey, they didn't want it.
Yeah, they're
In
fine.
case of emergency, break gem.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that saves me 25 gold.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I'll save the planting and stuff like that when more garden nodes are here.
All right. So let me get to what Emerald was talking about.
Oh, yes.
So were you wanting to announce these things?
More or less, yeah.
Then do it.
All right. So Razzle's gonna sort of actually no. This will be funnier. I'm gonna stand up on the table, and
You get your head on the
basically-
ceiling.
he is still. Kind of rubs his head a little bit, and then just goes, "Can everybody hear me at the back?"
Yes.
Probably.
Maybe.
Right, lads. I'm gonna take out a sort of a scroll out of my bag and sort of unfurl it. Based on the recommendations of some of the other members of the guild, I'm hereby going to implement just a couple of new little rules that I think we should all follow inside, just to keep the guild in a bit of a better condition. Make sure that like we're not wallowing in our own filth all day. The following menial tasks will hereby now be in place. Before embarking on a job, all of your rooms must be clean and organized and the way that you left them. Every week, 2 people will be in charge of cleaning the floor at the end of each night. This will be a rotating job. 2 people must tend the garden every day. That'll also be a rotating job. Once per week, I need 2 people to go outside and clean the windows of the guild hall. Checks have to be done on the airship and all of our new siege equipment. That'll also be a rotating job. Probably a job for 7 and somebody else if they want to give them a hand. And then this next one kind of depends on whether Korg and Teeny are cool with it, just because, you know, I know what you guys put in an awful lot of work, but maybe you could use a bit of a hand. I'd need 1 person to go in and help Teeny behind the bar, just getting things ready. And then I'd need 1 person in the kitchen with Korg helping to prepare the meals for the evening time, just so that all the workload isn't stuffed on top of them.
You see Korg look up and go, "You're giving me a sous chef?"
Yeah.
Oh, goody.
If you're cool with that, you know, like, it'll be a different person from the guild every week who's helping you out with it. But it's, you know, just so that, you know, we're all, I mean, keeping up with the upkeep of the building.
He nods. "I'd like a sous chef."
Teeny, you cool with the bar assistant?
As long as they don't break anything.
Nobody break anything. She'll kill you.
I will.
Right. Does all of that sound okay to everybody at the moment?
Can you put the list up so everyone else can see every day?
Oh yeah, no problem. We'll get like a.
We'll pin it in the
Lily,
Discord.
Do we have like a blackboard or something we can write those on?
I can get one.
Yeah, we'll either tack it on a blackboard or we'll put it on the quest board.
Yeah, we can
right.
just put it next to the quest board.
Cool. We'll tack it up there. Right, that's it. Back to your breakfast, and I'll hop down off the stool. I kind of look over in Rascal's direction and just give him a little wink, and then I'll sit back down.
He kind of
As
like
soon as I get
gives a
the
nod.
illusion, you're fucked, Razzle.
What?
As soon as I'm able to change my illusions, like as an action, your chalkboard is fucked.
Probably, yeah.
Fenrir, Zephyrus, and Cerberus kind of run in and just kind of jump on you.
He is face down into the table, dead.
And now your face
He
is
died.
gone.
Aw,
He passed away.
they just kind of like curl up around your feet.
Fenrir's died reading man today because Fenrir's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go up to Fenrir.
Fighting.
Alright, you go out to Fenrir, who seems to be not feeling great.
You doing okay? Okay.
Yes.
You're such a good actor, Silver.
Yeah.
Do you wanna go to Slane today?
What for?
Well, we're gonna go talk with the other guild about first world problems. And I know your home is nearby, I think, right?
It used to be.
Do you want to come anyway, or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to stick it in their fucking dumb faces. Yeah.
Okay. Well, stay hydrated at least. I'll bring you some medicine.
Where's the tea?
I can get you some tea.
We spill the tea every day, you know that.
Korg just kind of rushes into the kitchen and starts getting some hot water and lemon and honey ready.
Yeah. But I'll still go to the. I'll get you like a health potion or something. I don't know.
Would you like that mini session? Yeah.
We could. Totally could.
Yeah.
Master Chef with cord.
Cookies.
And I will give him 2 pats on the back, and I will walk away.
I will marathon some Master Chef to make a session out of Master Chef.
Do it. Do it.
Congratulations on the
I
worst
was
dish.
just gonna go check the mail, see if there's
I would
anything.
say.
Oh, Mels, real quick, as you're walking by.
There's what? Huh?
As you're walking by, by chance, would you be interested in going to Slane today?
Yes.
Alright, good. I had some things I want to do down there. Figure I
Is
should have
everybody
someone
going to
do it.
Slane?
I wasn't talking to you,
Sorry.
unless you're interested.
Russell, would you
Yeah,
like to go to
he's
Slane
coming with
today?
me.
Is everybody going? Conga line, are we all going to Slane?
What's happening in Slane? What's happening in Slane for you guys?
We're gonna go talk to the guild down there.
Diplomacy, Azealia. That's
That
what's
sounds
happening.
incredibly terrible and boring.
Diplomatic immunity.
Ah,
Why,
you don't want
do
to
you-
do diplomacy with us?
I just wanted to go there for a bit of shopping, but you know, if you guys are going there for diplomacy, I'll tag along.
I mean, like, you strike me as, like, you know, a charismatic individual. You'd be pretty good at it.
I still don't know who's in charge of this guild.
Meg is.
Alright.
Over there. And he points towards the blue dragonborn.
I'm fucking with them partially. I've talked to Meg.
He doesn't know.
Alright.
Oh,
yeah.
before you go, you hear Meg call out to you, Azalea.
Yep. Smiling over. Yes.
Oh, we're in trouble with the principal.
Don't say that. I'm always tell the principal. Yes.
Hi. She's gonna make a perception check real quick.
Nelson's gonna go check them out. We continue.
She's so perceptive.
So, the violin that you have,
Yes.
where'd you get it?
I believe this one we took from Snom's hole, I believe.
Does it do anything weird?
Yeah, it heals people.
Does it do anything else?
Heals people, helps protect them. I think it can raise from the dead, but I haven't touched that. That seems icky.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's something I have to ask about it.
Are you aware of it doing anything else?
Not that I particularly am aware of. Simply roll it.
Mm-hmm.
Rogue shit.
No way. There's no way.
Damn it.
Rogue shit.
Even if she rolled a nat 20, like.
Yeah. Okay.
If you find something about it, though, please let me know.
I will. She seems suspicious, but she's not gonna act on it right now.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about?
Can I take a look at it, actually?
Sure, here. Sure. There you go.
And she's gonna try and, like, take it from you to see if you'll let it go.
She said look at it, right?
Yeah?
I will let her hold it.
Alright.
Starts walking away.
She doesn't try to walk away. She seems to be more keeping an eye on you to see how you react to her holding
Yeah,
on
if
to
she's
it.
standing there holding it, that's fine.
Okay. She waits for a second and then just hands it back to you. It seems she's trying to gauge your reactions more than anything. She's seen some cursed items. She knows how it makes people. So you can tell she's testing you.
Okay.
So for now, she seems like she's gonna let you go.
Alright. Guess nothing else to talk about. I think we're all going to Slane, weirdly enough.
Alright, be careful, keep a low profile.
Will do, ma'am. That along back to Charlie. Who probably just face planted in my breakfast.
Oh yeah. She has claimed your breakfast.
Ah.
It's hers now.
No, it's hers.
Yeah, Cord comes out and gives Fenrir some lemon honey tea.
I like that.
Did you know coconuts have water in them?
Alright, Muffin.
Never knew that.
I did actually. You can use them in some pastries.
Pastries.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah.
He's just
And then
gonna...
he's gonna take the tea. He's gonna take the tea and start drinking it, but his mask is still on, so he just spills it over. So.
Oof.
Korg is just gonna walk over to Ratzel and go,
He's really not feeling it today, is he?
just let him rest as much as possible.
We won't be doing
This is-
anything too strenuous. He'll be okay.
This is Ninja speaking. What sucks is we can cure him, but that doesn't really help Silver's situation.
No,
No.
We can very easily fix him.
the character, yes. The person, no.
You can fix it.
Do you have any?
One of those
Do you have
sicknesses that
any-
just transcends.
Do you have any like old granny recipes or things that might make him feel a little better, Cork?
Hold on.
Use your cooking
In the
knowledge.
background. Wow.
Hold on.
Apple,
I'll-
man.
I'll be
Oh my
right
God,
back.
he's so wise. He's so smart.
It's always the orcs
He drank a beer once, I
that
bet.
have the best intuition for cooking.
Mm-hmm.
He drank a beer once.
In the background, you do see Fenrir now, like, wiping himself off. Whole hand. No napkin or anything. He's just trying to get the tea off. And then he starts taking his mask off and licking it.
Ugh.
Like,
God.
Keep up that energy. I need that nasty energy in Slane.
Ugh.
This tastes so good. What kind of tea is it?
So Korg comes out, and he has like a small bowl, like a little pestle mortar bowl. And you see it's got some sort of a green goop mixed together in it. And he starts like wandering over to Fenrir. Try this, it's soup.
He does not question it. He just takes it with very shaky hands
and the combination of flavors that hit your mouth, it's like the spiciness of ginger, some tangs of garlic and different like roots to it. You can taste some honey that might have been put in there for flavor, but it's not really helping all that much. It's some rough stuff. Gotta eat it. Oh no.
I'm still gonna chug it all down. But he's paler than before. And he's like, that was something. Give me 5 minutes. And I'm just gonna go outside.
Yeah, that's fair. And he just kind of like scratches his good head and goes like, that usually works.
As many things, good soup was not one of them.
Oh no, not good soup. Bad soup.
I mean, it usually works when Nana Bongo makes it.
I think the recipe was pretty sound. Unfortunately, the body was not willing.
Fenrir's probably isn't.
The dosage was made for orcs.
Yeah, you needed some sugar for the medicine to go down, my man.
He's a weak little bitch.
Mel's, are you outside?
Yeah, I'm looking at the mail.
Oh yeah, you absolutely hear the vomiting.
I will let him do his business.
Yeah.
Letting the dog do his business outside is fine.
Yeah.
Lux, when did you send those letters? Was it just yesterday? The day of the
I sent them before the gala.
like the day of, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So next day, stuff you have not received an email yet.
Okay, it is the next day.
It is the next day.
Okay. I don't know when in the timeline we were at though.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Next day.
Then she will cat her pockets. She's gotta go into town anyway. I guess she'll go inside. She'll let Fenrir do his thing.
Yeah.
And she'll scream inside the guild and say, "Hey, I'm going into town. Who wants to come with?"
Man, it's just for a walk or shopping.
Shopping.
Tag along.
I have no money, but I'll tag along.
I will meet you guys in town.
Alright. Actually, that's true. I do have things to do today. Crap. I will tag along and then peel off.
Okay.
I won't. I'll be here with you for the whole trip, Bells.
Okay. So we'll so you guys are going into town. Is there anyone not going into town?
I need to do one quick thing at the guild hall, and then I'm gonna go with them.
Okay, let's go ahead and take care of that then.
Cool. So Razzle's just gonna head up towards Meg. Really quick, before we head out today, we're probably gonna follow through with that idea that I was telling you about trying to touch base with the Greysong Guild. Try and just have some better relations going on. Is there like anything at all that you want me to bring up with their guild leader? Like anything you want me to lead with? Anything that like, you know, you think should be a main topic of conversation? Like, should I bring up the fact that we know that the Wu-Tang Clan are up to some like sketchy shit helping out a dragon, or should I just generally keep it all as vague as possible?
Maybe don't lead with that, since we don't know where their allegiances are.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if they're sided with them, that really sucks for us. But you know,
yeah,
just...
if it seems like they are not with them but not convinced, then maybe bring up the dragon.
Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah, no, I can do that. Anything else?
Nothing that I can think of at the moment. Oh, when you guys get back, I do have an announcement.
Ooh, grand, okay. Do I get a sneak preview of what the announcement is?
I won't cry.
Make a persuasion check.
Attributes, persuasion, roll. 24?
Yeah, that's enough. All right. But don't tell anyone.
Lips are sealed.
I've made some calls, pulled some strings, and I've gotten you all accepted as students at the Conflux Institute.
Really?
Yeah. Figured
Word.
you guys are gonna be going to school pretty soon.
Okay. Isn't the Conflux Institute solely like a wizard's academy?
Actually, no. They have wizards, they have bardic colleges, there's even a small section for druids.
Ooh, brilliant.
So,
Okay, so...
and there's also the martial classes, because I guess the way this school is made, they have the wizards who are kind of the most important, but they need people who can defend them out in the field, so they also have martial classes.
Fair enough.
So there's
Okay.
something that everyone can fit into.
Is this, like... Is it linked to stuff that we need to be doing over in La Prairie?
Well, figured it'd be easier for you guys to try and figure out why my brain was kind of messed with over there, if you're students. Obviously, they're hiding something.
Okay.
And to be honest, feel like you guys need to lay low a little bit, and no one knows you over there.
Suppose. Yeah, it could be a good chance for us to get away for a little while, gather some intel. You want us to just gather as much intel as we can and try and keep a low profile?
Unless you see something that needs to be dealt with immediately, try to keep a low profile. We don't want you getting thrown out.
Cool. Do we need, like, fake names or anything like that, or are we...
No, you guys aren't really known in that country, so I think you're fine with just your normal names. Unless you guys just want to use fake names.
Kind of be
Well,
maybe
Mouth
more
is already
Gary and
a fake
Azealia
name.
as Ali. I think I'll be alright. Okay,
You guys
cool.
don't use fake names already?
Well, thanks for letting me know. I'll keep my mouth shut until you're ready to make the announcement, Meg.
Azealia goes as Tom.
I'll probably wait until everyone is back, because I know half of you went off in the airship somewhere, and the rest of you are going to Slane, so we'll wait about a week.
Cool. Yeah. No, that works with me. Right. I'll hop to it then. Thank you.
Mhm.
And I'll make a quick pit stop with Lily. Razzle knows that La Prela is meant to be like really cold, right?
Yep.
He stops off next to Lily and he's just like, "Do you have a winter outfit?"
Yeah, but you haven't used it in a long time. Why?
Cool, just checking, and I'm just gonna leave.
Wait, why?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying!
Fair
Before I
enough,
leave,
relationship.
I make sure to make my bed and clean my room,
Well done.
as we were told to do.
Yes, actually, so does Noah.
I don't. Fuck that shit.
My cat makes my bed.
Well, actually, no. Noah doesn't clean his room. Natalie cleans his room.
God damn
Why
it.
do you think I'm going shopping? I'm gonna go
And
get
she's
Unseen
so
Servant.
good at it.
She is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a wizard. I'm gonna get Unseen Servant to do all this.
Hey, as long as it's clean.
Get her stuck in a wall.
It's okay. Alright, so, you guys head off to the market. Where do you go first?
Let's go to Gale's first.
Fenrir
We stop at the
died.
G-Man.
The
Yeah,
G-Man?
G-Man first.
Okay.
Fenrir H.
Yeah, Fenrir is not good.
Yeah,
Defeat.
he's in perfect condition.
Lamau fucking dies.
Lamau.
Does
Lamau.
shops work now, or are they still messed?
They're still messed up, unfortunately. So
Mhm.
you just tell me what you want to buy and I'll drag it and you subtract your money.
Okay.
I'm just doing.
And I burst in the room. Ha! Boom, baby. Hey, Gale!
Following after.
Gale kind of like jumps a little bit and then turns and goes, welcome. I see you all, I've heard you all made a bit of a splash at the gala. Congratulations.
Just a little bit. I had a good time, though.
Fenrir is making a bit of a splash now.
Oh.
Now we're something big celebrities now, you know?
Yeah, I've heard there's some, interesting rumors circulating around.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Good. I'm glad we've made a name for ourselves. More than
Indeed.
we already have.
Wait,
Why can't I open the chest?
it's broken.
You should be able to. Oh, no, did it
No.
break again? Fuck!
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry, I clicked it earlier and it was broken, yeah.
Okay, hold on. You know what? What are you looking for?
Basic health potions, I guess.
Okay, yeah, he's got those.
Okay, cool.
How many
What do I
do you
have?
want?
Oh,
Well,
that's platinum. Thank God. Okay, that's platinum. Alright. Huh. Okay, I'll have,
hold on, let me just...
I looked at my money, and it said I had like 67 something.
He's
Yeah,
got...
I had that scare too.
He's
Right,
got-
I only have 60. Oh, it's fine.
He's got 7 minor health potions.
Okay, any graders?
Let's see. 1.
1. Okay.
What?
I've had a high potion from the beginning that I've never even used. There's so much healing in this team.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this particular team doesn't have a lot of healing.
Yeah, we do.
Actually, yeah, I forgot the bards
Yeah, we
heal.
got Gare. We have so much.
Yeah, everyone but Azalea can heal. And
I can
Fenrir.
I have the violin and stuff like
Oh,
that.
that's right. So everyone but Fenrir can
We
heal.
have so
I
much
can
healing.
heal for 6 points, Lamau.
Still healing.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, 7 minor health potions he has and 1 greater.
Let's see. Well, I'd have to see the chest in order to see what the actual, like, exotic
Yeah, I think we're going
Stop
exotic shopping today. I think
shopping
today's
is, yes.
basics.
This isn't, well, I guess health potions are, I'm saying this in character, I guess health potions are important anyway, but we're going on a diplomatic mission to Slane.
I guess you're looking for like enhance ability or like what do you?
So, yeah, something about
I got
charm
a
or
handle
something.
if you want.
So you're looking for something to... Are you looking for something to make you more charismatic? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
If you have that.
Roll a d100 and say high or low.
Okay, hi.
Hi. Okay. Roll a d100.
Why even ask? See, it's always high. Every time.
There we go.
Okay. So I actually have 2 scrolls of enhance ability.
2 scrolls.
I wouldn't mind that. It's not good.
How much are those?
They'll be, hold on, let me, they'll be 270 gold.
For both or each?
Each. 270 each.
Ooh.
I honestly, I'll purchase that for myself and the pay for the copy.
For both of them?
No, just the one, but I can copy it and then I have it forever.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just take the one then. Actually, we can split. I
I
have
was
money
saying, if you
too.
can pay for the paper, that's 100.
Yeah, I'll split. Yeah.
Okay. I'll pay for the. I'll buy it then.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're buying one enhanced ability scroll for 250.
And then, oh, 250. Okay. Oh, you said 270.
Oh, sorry, no, 271. He marked it up a little bit.
I will take. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I guess if you just want to say 100 gold for me to copy it down, I guess Lux. If that's it, if you want to chip in with that, I'll pay if you don't want it, but if you want to chip it.
Kichi, remind me, is the clockwork people in this town, or are they in a different town?
No, that's a long ways away.
It's a long ways away. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to write
I
letters.
thought they were from
No, they're from, they mentioned that they go to school in La Prela.
right.
In La Prela. Oh.
Well, I'm buying spells actually. Our current grand leader has actually given us chores now, and I'm a lazy piece of shit. Do you have unseen servant by any chance?
Never leave it home without it.
Oh, you're here. I'd like a spell scroll that, and then the paper to go with that as well.
Okay, hold on.
Is Unseen Servant permanent, or do you have to keep casting it?
It's an hour, but it's a rental spell.
That would be
Gotcha.
135 gold.
You'd rather spend 10 minutes to cast a spell than 10 minutes to
No, but I
tidy your
just
room.
keep.
I love it.
keep casting them. I'm saying I can just do all the jobs. I just keep casting them.
Yeah, it's not concentration, so he can just
Yeah.
make a
actually,
bunch of
army
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. You know what? She'll say this in character. You know what? Since we're on our way to Slane, do you want us to get you anything? I know it won't be as exotic as like Feywild stuff, but
I would rather not.
no.
Nope,
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
I guess I hate also cut into your profits. By any chance, would you happen to have some of the herbs and whatnot to make healing potions?
Not on me. Those are outsourced since I'm not really the herbalism type.
Oh, that's right. Any chance you could point me in the right direction and or procure some that I can buy up later?
Well, you can check the forest. There's usually things growing there.
But it's dirty out there.
Oh, unfortunate.
Oh, that is unfortunate. All right. Well, thank you for your help.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Are you buying
Gale.
any of the potions or anything else?
I have 3 healing. I have 3 minors. Out of context, yes. I think I'm all good, actually. I was looking for the charm ones, but no. If we just have the enhanced ability, that's fine.
Yeah. I guess, are we booking it to Slane right away, or do you guys give me fucking 3 hours? to
No,
cop it?
I have got quite a few pit stops I'd like
That's what
to
I'm saying,
make.
so I'll fuck off back to the guild and copy down those spells, I guess, while you guys keep doing whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna go get cat supplies then.
He's like, hey, Gale,
Yes.
do you want to buy a drum?
What kind?
Magic war drum.
Magic war drum. Let me take a look at it.
And he'll just pull out the accelerating war drum and hand it to Gale.
Let me see, and he'll do identify. Let me see what this is. I suppose I could. How much were you wanting for it?
Maybe a few hundred gold.
Ooh, it's not quite worth that. I can give you 90 for it.
95?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
5 gold, man. You gotta get it.
Persuasion.
Hey,
21. Hold on. Let me go to Gale's actual character sheet to see what his stats are.
Hello,
You know what? You roll 21. I won't bother. All right. 95. 95 it is. All right. So add 95 and I'll remove that from your sheet.
Oh, you're going through sheets if you can spell book.
So you
Just so we can
have
skip over the whole
Yeah, yeah.
inventory thing.
enhance ability, right?
Yeah, enhance ability and unseen servant.
Yeah, these are spells that he would have, so he can
Yeah,
make
they're
scrolls of
common
them.
as shit spells. Yeah, they are level 1 and level 2 spells. I imagine those are as common as can be.
Yeah, he definitely has them.
I was wanting to get enhanced ability, so this worked out well. I was gonna get it on my next level up. So I'm glad it's here.
Yeah, there you go. They should be in your thing now.
Yep.
Can you
they are.
get enhance ability as a wizard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Every
It's
spellcaster
pretty
gets
versatile.
it.
Yeah,
Every single. It's like old person. Every single.
I can
spellcaster.
twin spell.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't think you can, because I think higher level you can cast.
You can upcast it, so yeah,
Yeah.
you can't.
Oh, we need to change that rule then, because that's what I've been doing.
I probably just haven't noticed, but yeah, anything that can be
Okay.
cast on multiple targets on an
Must be
upcast.
upcast.
Yeah.
That's why Elder's Blast is sad.
Yeah, I most likely just did not notice in the spells you were casting.
We gotta catch myth on that with fly every single time.
Yeah. Okay. You guys done shopping then?
So I'm fucked up for 3 hours.
Uh,
I've got
Yeah.
two spells.
Okay.
And
Well, we
I've
can
got
catch up, but we don't have to
numerous-
roleplay it.
I've got a little bit of shopping that I want to do in Gales.
I lied to your face, Mel's. I ditched you halfway through the thing. I lied straight to your
Okay.
face.
We'll
That's okay.
we'll
You
wrap
can
up
do that.
shopping with Gales, then swing on to Gary.
Cool. Real quick, Juggle, do you need/want a scroll of jump?
Ironically enough, that's jumped hands so many times.
Because I have it and I don't really need it.
Juggle, you want jump?
So you go take a piss.
He might have gone to take a piss.
I'm probably just gonna sell it then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a wander into Gales. Long time no see.
Oh, welcome.
How are you getting on in the grand scheme of things?
Oh, well, you know, moving products. Things are going well.
Ah, absolutely. If you could for me, I'm going to take out the scroll of jump. What might I be able to get if I gave you this?
I could do 100 gold.
For the jump scroll?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds fine to me if you want to take it.
All right, sure.
Alright. I'll sell him the scroll of jump for 100 gold.
All right. Add that to your inventory. I mean, add
Okay.
that to your money count.
I do. And then what I'll do is I will, how much are your enchantments to put on, weapons again?
Oh, well, it depends on the level of enchantment and what type of enchantment you're looking for.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of, take my crossbow from off my shoulder, my light crossbow, and just plonk it on the table. Any chance that you might be able to enhance that for me and to, just make it hit a little better?
So just like a +1?
Regular +1 enchantment, if you could.
Let's see. Is that a light crossbow?
It is a light crossbow, yes.
These days I have to get magic code weapon.
Right.
I have magic close range, I just need magic long range.
Yeah, no, that's that's a level 2 spell wizards do, where you can just give +1, +2, +3.
Yeah, magic weapon.
Okay, give me a sec. Did I write down what rules I was gonna have for enchantment? Let's see.
That's shit.
Wee-hoo.
Okay.
I don't know, would just be the cost for that kind of weapon.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the cost because it's not really a spell. So that would take about 1,000 gold.
Grand. When can I pick it up from you? I'll be gone for about maybe like 2 weeks or something. Is that enough time?
Yeah, I'll have it done by the time you get back.
Brillo. I'll pay him the 1,000 gold to enchant my light crossbow to a +1 crossbow.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm just gonna delete that item from my inventory now. That cool?
Yep, I will write down. Gale is working on that.
Legendary.
Thank God we're not going into any dangerous situations where you're going to want a ranged weapon.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Yeah, no, but like
Thank
it's
God.
it's just nice to have it. And also, I've got the dancing sword too, just in case. So
Yeah,
it's just for something extra.
Buddy.
Yeah. All right, that's all I needed. I'm gonna leave there. Yeah, then do everybody else's thing first, because the last thing I want to do takes maybe just a couple minutes. So we'll get moving on to somebody else. I think.
All right, Gary, what are you doing?
I've got quite a few things that I'd like to do. First, I'd like to just pop in, check on Venria, and maybe go shopping for some books.
Okay, so you head off to Scholar's Touch. She's currently... Man, I hate that the shops... They just worked last night. I hate it. They were fine last night.
You're not allowed to have nice things. You know.
Apparently. They were just
wow.
fine. I don't know what happened to them.
Okay,
That's-
with
that's
the
my
Venria
favorite-
stuff
my
then,
favorite
if
part.
the shop is closed, in quotation marks, then that one I can put on hold until I can look inside the box again.
Were you just shopping, or were you looking for some specific?
Yeah.
Okay, just shopping? Okay.
I was just going shopping.
Okay,
yeah.
I still have her list
I think-
of books that she has
I
if you
think I
wanted
saw something
books.
that caught my eye the last time a group of players were in here.
Do you remember what it was?
It was the porn.
Just for the shits and giggles, I think it was a book called Guide to Orcish Diplomacy.
Okay, that wasn't an item. That's just one that I had. Yeah.
Just has that on hand.
Yeah, that'd be 10 gold. Customs and traditions associated with orc clans.
That's the thing. I know you. You didn't just put that there. Anyway, I'm gonna pick up that book.
Okay.
10 gold. I'll say hi to Venria. Make sure she's doing okay.
She greets you. You guys have a nice little chat. She seems happy to see you.
Grand. Well, busy. Next stop is the church to go and see Father Roy and see if there's anything that I can do to sort of just help out, because I feel like I've been kind of ignoring the church in town quite a bit.
Okay. 1 second.
If there's anything that he needs.
All right, Pancake is going to duck out because he is needing to sleep.
That's all good.
Godspeed.
There it is.
Take care, dude.
Guys, if I wake up before the game,
We love
I'll
you.
try.
Yeah, we'll put you on autopilot, and if you feel like you want to pop back in, you are free to do it.
We're
So
going
you
to
can
kill
be
him.
more
Drink liquids and rest.
Yeah.
I'm go sleep under 40 blankets because I'm fucking cold.
Yeah, go
do
go
that.
sleep, go sleep.
Take care of yourself.
If you don't drink water, I'll be mad.
Yeah, I was like, cold, that means he's probably running a fever. He needs to go to bed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No,
Gosh.
Okay, so you go to the church. Father Roy is currently talking to a few of his clergy. So what do you do?
I'll wait for him to wait for a moment where I can pop in and just sort of ask him hey there, I feel like from one cleric to another that I haven't really done my part in sort of helping out the local scene, as it were. So I'd like to offer my services to anything that that you would need. If you would need something from afar, or we're going to Slane in the next couple of days. If there's any resources that I could be on the lookout for to help you out.
Oh, well, that's
or if
rather
anything I could just do around the church.
well, that's rather nice of you. Well, we can always use the extra hands. Whenever you have a free moment, you can assist with creating holy water. If you'd like to volunteer down at the orphanage, they could use some extra help down there. Local doctors could always use some first aid assistance if possible, though we recommend not going with the magic route because that might create a... what's the word?
Schism.
Yes, that might create an expectation of immediate assistance when we cannot always provide that. We tend to reserve magic for only emergency situations that warrant it.
Well, okay.
In terms
I didn't
of
even know there was an orphanage in town.
yes, the Tiny Toes Orphanage. You vaguely remember that was where you dealing with the mind flares. A couple of the orphans were involved in luring people down to the sewer.
Holy water.
If you happen to find any herbs or anything along your journeys, if you can bring them here, we'll pay you what we can for them.
Herbs, any particular that I should be on the lookout for?
Oh, just the general healing ones.
Okay.
We usually
What
use them for salves and things like that.
Would Gary know what they are?
Yeah, he
growing
would.
up in the church?
He would.
Cool. I, the player, do not.
Gary has had many a times where he's gotten some scrapes and his mom has gotten some like random plants from the garden. Like you can find them pretty easily.
Great. Well, hopefully you'll be seeing more of me in the future.
Yeah, you can also ask the garden hose.
Megan, I hear you smoke the herb.
Probably does.
Okay, cool. I think that's all my business there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last two stops is gonna pop to the bakery, and I'm not looking for anything like magical. I'm just looking for like a box of nice cinnamon rolls or whatever looks nice.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go and visit my mom.
Okay. So for the box of cinnamon rolls, we'll say that's about 4 copper.
Mhm.
Just regular cinnamon rolls. And you to visit your mom, you're aware that she is staying with the Half Heights in the Crescent Square district. So you take a few hours to walk your way up there to their residence.
God, not flying sucks. I hate it here. Gave me a taste of freedom and you took it away.
And I'm just going to move you back to the guild section just to make it easier
Sure.
on myself. Because I don't have a half-height map.
That's fine.
All right. So you walk up to the half-height manor and give it a few loud knocks. And the door opens. And you see a large Goliath butler.
Whoa.
He kind of like looks forward and then looks down at you. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi. I understand it's the Half-Height residence. I'm here to see a guest that's staying here. Miss Parker?
Name?
Wonderful lady, blonde hair. I'm Gary.
Miss Parker's son. This way, and he'll like allow you in.
It's got to be 3/4 height at least. I say under my breath. Anyway.
And you walk into the manor, and you're put into like a little waiting area. And after a few minutes, your mom walks in. Oh, hi. Hi, son. How are you?
Mom.
And she like gives you a hug.
Doing pretty good. Good. Oh. It's lovely to see that you're well and safe.
Same here.
I
How are
brought these.
things?
I thought we could hang out and just catch up.
Oh, that's so sweet. And she'll wave to the Goliath. Can you bring us some tea? Of course, ma'am. And he'll walk off. Have to say, this is a bit of a step up from the house that's still in the Feywild.
Yeah. I guess I just wanted to catch up, really. I do not know how long you're going to be here, because a lot is going on in a lot of different directions. It's strange to say. It feels like the people who came after us aren't even on the highest priority right now. And that's not even to say that that's bad. It's just that even more things are happening, and I am so sorry that you are here, and there's not a lot I can do about it.
She kind of like reaches over and moves a bit of hair out of your face. It's not really your fault. You're doing what you can. Have you been saying your
Trying to.
prayers?
I have. I'm gonna roll a deception check real quick. I've not been saying prayers.
I'm lying.
Yeah. Where's my character sheet? I look at this.
Did you check on your tail?
Mother,
Oh,
I'm an
there it is.
atheist. I have no son.
I have no son. Parker. Attributes. Deception. Fuck this up. Yes! There he comes! Here he comes.
Oh no!
So
I mean, perfect.
I'm not gonna
The one
bother
person
to
I
roll.
Can't lie to. Yeah, it's the one person I can't lie to.
She
I can try.
she kind of gives you a little bit of a disappointed smile, and she goes, "Have I told you about your father before?"
I think you mentioned him once or twice, but no, not particularly. Always been kind of an unspoken thing that I think I've pretty much just moved along with, but what would you like to say?
Your father, his name was Daniel. He was a wonderful man, caring, strong, passionate, but he had these dreams, aspirations. He was obsessed with trying to change people, trying to show them a better, more honorable way to live, and that was fine. He was helping people. He was, bringing people out of a dark place, but it became kind of an obsession. And then, out of nowhere, he developed magic, saying it was a manifestation of his calling. And the more magic he learned, the more magic he learned, the more unhinged he became. He started to get reclusive, even more so after you were born, and then he left a note on your first birthday. And she'll reach into her bag and bring out an envelope and just put it on the table in front of you.
She's had that on for this entire time.
Guys, go talk to your moms. They have
This is why
important
you need
shit to
to
say.
pickpocket your moms. They have notes. Pickpocket your mom.
Gary, I really care about you. I love you, and I know that I've been hard on you over the years because I see a lot of him in you, for good and for bad. I wanted to try and instill some values into you so you wouldn't become lost and lose your way. I wanted to make sure you had your feet on the ground, so to speak, so that you wouldn't abandon those that should be important to you. I know I can't force you to worship and value Bahamut, but promise me that you won't forget who you are and where you came from.
Who I am and where I came from are always a part of me, and that's never going to go away.
Good.
I'm sorry, I'm skipping over the part where Dad develops powers out of nowhere. What?
He would never explain it. He just said that his calling gave him magic. I don't know.
All this time. I mean, Mom, you know what I told you, what I've told Nan?
Yeah, and it was terrifying.
But what if the same happened to Dad?
I was afraid you would leave too.
Oh. I see. Well, no, I don't intend to leave just yet. Not at all. But thank you for telling me this.
It seemed
'Cause
like
at least right now I do have my feet firmly planted.
It seemed like, regardless of me telling you or not, you're on some sort of path, and it's time you knew about your father.
So he just kind of vanished one day?
Yeah. That letter is the last thing he left before he went off to who knows where. Haven't heard from him since.
Have you read it?
I have.
Well, if I ever find him, I'll give him a slap in the face for you.
Oh, please do.
Because I would not do that to you. No.
Good. She takes a bite out of one of the cinnamon rolls.
I would go to another dimension to make sure that you are safe.
You already did.
Exactly. See, man of my word. What can I say? I'll take the note and just sort of stash it away in my side pocket. Again, I don't know how long this is going to be the status quo. I will always, make sure that you're up to date if anything changes. Are you happy here is the wrong word, but are you able to continue being here? How are the half-heights?
The half-heights are... They're nice. It seemed like she was maybe trying to find a polite way to talk about them. It doesn't seem like she is being, like, hurt or anything. It's just an adjustment.
I learned how to lie very well from my family.
It's fine.
I would like to give them something, I suppose. I'll just take pieces out, and I'll piece out about 50 gold pieces on the table as a thank you and as a continuation of what's currently going on.
I'll pass this on to them.
It'll be just to show that I appreciate everything that they're doing for yourself and for Dazzle's mom as well.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I think she headed out this morning. I think they were going to the Elf City.
Well, I think... Obviously, you aren't trapped here. You can go whenever you wish, but that seems to be the decision that they've made. I can't let them use you against me.
I understand. Out of all the things that you've done, I understand that much. Not that out of touch.
Thank you. I'll give her a big hug, and we'll spend the next hour or so while Azalea's doing his stuff as well. Chatting, catching up, telling her about my journeys, the adventures, and...
Yeah, and she'll tell you about, like, just mundane things and gossip that she's heard around town, her observation about nobility, just chatting.
Spilling the tea.
Yeah, she's spilling all of the tea. She is spilling all of the tea. And I will...
eventually I'll meet up back at the guild.
Yeah, and I will send you that letter when you decide to read it.
I've been waiting for that conversation to happen for so long.
Never back to talk to their family. That seems weird.
Guys, talk to your moms.
Never.
I don't have one.
Moving on.
Guys, talk to your
Never.
dads.
Did anyone else have a thing they wanted to do? I feel like I'm missing someone.
Buy cat stuff, but you don't
Probably
have to.
Silver, who, is not here.
Yeah, Lux, you can just buy cat stuff for like 2 copper.
Okay, cool.
Those aren't hard to find. People have pets.
Yeah,
Cool.
you can't. I wanted to pop my head into a clothes shop really quickly before I left, or a tailor.
Yeah, sure. Where are you getting?
All right, so what I'd like
What
to
do you
get
like?
is like a set of winter clothes for myself.
So you would have already had some winter clothes for yourself from the last time you guys went to La Prela.
Oh no, yeah, I do have those, don't I? Yeah. No, okay. Well, in that case, what I'd like to do is get like a nice set of winter clothes for
Okay.
Lily,
Ooh, okay.
like a fashionable set.
Okay, you get her a nice fashionable coat from the Nobles district.
And I'll ask them.
Got some like nice puffy sleeves and a matching hat.
Cool. And what I'd like them to do at the tailor is like box it up and send it to the guild with a note from me.
Okay, yeah, they can do that. Nice clothes. Let me see. What's the price of just fine clothes?
Like 15.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
15,000 platinum.
It is not.
They're really nice clothes. They're really nice
$1 million.
Okay, fine clothes, 15 gold.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'll drop that.
You already dropped 1,000.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah. So 15 gold. We'll just say that includes the delivery. And I guess you can just send me the note, or say it. Either one doesn't matter.
It just says this will come in handy later. Love Razzle.
Okay.
I love how Meg was like, like, do not share with anyone, and you just keep dropping all these hints. It's great.
Can't hold water.
I'm not
You're
outright
so right.
saying it,
You're
am
so
I?
right.
Okay, you do that.
I'm not going to tell any of you about it.
But you gotta tell the girlfriend.
You're so bad at keeping secrets. It's so good.
So yeah,
Only from certain people.
you get her. You get her a nice coat, some boots, and matching hat and gloves, and send it off.
Cool. Cool. Alright, that's all I needed. I'm ready to go.
Okay. After several hours of like shopping and chatting, everyone eventually comes back to the guild, to, you know, pack your things and get ready to go on the road. And we'll take a little break here to, you know, get snacks, go to the bathroom, get some water.
Excellent.
Fuck yeah.
Razzle comes back to seeing a few unseen servants.
Phew.
I mean, listen, technically you have done what I asked you to do, so thank you. On the other hand, you're a lazy motherfucker.
Of course.
But yeah, Ninja, the book you got is called Orcs and Diplomacy, Customs and Traditions Associated with Orc Clans.
Alright. Orcs and... So just writing it
I'm
down.
a mastermind
Yeah.
rogue. I need the easiest stuff.
Guys, talk to your parents.
Never.
No. I don't wanna.
Can't make me. No.
I can't. I don't know where he is.
It's up there.
I'm just saying, that book is a gun on the wall, and I'm not gonna let it fire.
Or teacher's just fucking with us again.
Yep, but I'm not gonna call that bluff.
Fair enough.
I swear, Mouse is gonna dream again and ask for Veron. Veron!
Yeah.
Right there!
Fuck if I know.
What's
Tell me
what's
to
that
work for
chatting?
you.
People do that.
Okay, well, I guess we can get started on the next leg of the journey.
Okay, I'm
On
on
the
you.
road again.
Mm-hmm.
Just can't wait get on the road again.
Single machine.
So,
Single with you.
everyone comes back. I will just put Fenrir over here because he's gone back to bed.
He decided he's sleeping.
He's too sleepy. Like, if he comes back, I'll just say he was following you guys the whole time, but if not, he's asleep. But anyway, you guys, come back after a few hours, and, Razzle, you see Lily is sporting her new coat. It's like a crimson red coat with, like, black, like, fluff around the cuffs and the seam. She seems to be into it.
Cool. Before I leave, I'm going to clean up the room as per my own instructions.
Yeah. You come across one of the guest rooms and you see Natalie and they're straightening up the bed.
Oh God, what was I gonna say? Miss Natalie,
Yes.
you're only doing this for this room, right? I'd hate to think that, like, you know, someone's ordering you around to go and clean every room in the place, right?
Oh no, it's only the rooms that Master Neo is in.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
You're a Minnesotan cat girl. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I take it that he doesn't do too much of his own housework, right?
Well, of course not. I am his head maid. I've been looking after him since he was a little kid.
Ah, back when he was back when he was still in his nappies, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was so cute.
Got any embarrassing stories?
Oh, he used to get into things all the time. There was one time he got into the kitchen, and he pulled down some flour from the top shelf and came down on him, and he couldn't get up. I had to go and dig him out of the flour.
It'll make for a funny story when we're all sitting around having a drink afterwards. But you look after yourself, and I'll duck out.
Bump into an unseen servant. That's right.
You bump into an unseen servant that's carrying a dustpan.
Oh, excuse me, sir. I do a double take. Is that?
It
A
doesn't.
floating dustpan that's going by.
It's just a floating dustpan. You don't see. It doesn't say anything. It just goes back to Azalea's room, and you just hear the sound of sweeping.
I'm going to follow it.
You walk in. You see Fenrir asleep in his bed, and you just see it cleaning up dust, straightening up Charlie's bed.
I'm concerned.
I'm just gonna go downstairs.
What are you doing, Gary? Ninja, you're muted.
Oh, I was muted. I'm out. I am gonna go bring Loki along for this mission. So I'd like bring him up off his perch here.
Okay.
Make sure my room's nice and tidy.
Yeah, you clean up and you hold your hand out, and Loki just kind of slithers up your arm and perches on your shoulder.
Who's a good boy?
You give him scritches, and he just seems happy with the scritches.
Oh, beautiful. Yep, he's gonna be coming with me this mission.
Okay. Loki. Big Loki. Needs to be smaller.
Don't tell me you dropped the giant Loki again.
We did. There we go.
He is risen.
He's back.
He's back. Okay, so you got Loki. Is there anything anyone else wanted to do before you leave?
I do have a thing for Azalea, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Oh, sorry.
so you're one of those magic people that knows big brain shit, right?
No, I actually got expelled, but continue.
You want this scroll of absorb elements? I've been
You
holding
sure?
on to it for a while, and it's like, I don't have a use for it.
I mean, I already have that, but sure, I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh my god, someone gave me a spell scroll. Let's go. It wasn't Umbra.
Someone gave you a scroll.
Finally! They always give it to Umbra every time.
What's really funny is Razzle was gonna give you jump, but you were like taking a piss or something. You were away, so he sold
So I
it.
just sold it.
That's fine.
Yeah. Just give him the scroll, please.
Take it.
And,
All right.
yeah.
Cast it on Charlie or something.
Tanky Charlie.
All right. Scroll. Absorb elements.
Okay,
There you go. Should be in your thing now.
yep, it's with my other scrolls of disintegration and feeble mind.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
All right, got that. Was
Joker.
that jump scroll from Dahlia? Maybe.
And I
It's
can't-
been through so many people's hands.
It's jumped
I
around.
couldn't copy it anyway. I don't have it.
And I guess I'll go and help clean up the bard room.
No, I have unseen service cleaning every room but Raz. Just so.
That is the bard room.
Thank God. Thank God. Then go clean up your bard room.
It's gonna be messy because
It's a bit
since when does
messy.
kobold- It's like, since when does a kobold clean things?
Yeah, like there's a bit of dirt in your bed.
This is the first time a kobold is ever
I
in
imagine
recorded
Daisy's gonna
history.
start squatting at the unseen servant when he gets to her room.
She doesn't see it.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're
well, then-
unseen.
At the very least, she'll just watch the dustpan, and Daisy will probably try and jump at the dustpan, but she can't reach it.
Yep.
But yeah.
Good kitty.
Alright, I guess we'll skedaddle on out then.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll head out.
So you guys head off and go get your horses.
I get whatever the hell.
Yeah, you get whatever the hell and whatever your horses are. You see Kyle, the stable hand. What's up, bros?
Nothing
Hey,
much,
dude.
Every time I forget.
I remember every time.
You here to get your horses? They're all fed and ready to go.
Thank you so much, bruh.
No problem, dude.
Cheers,
Keep
Kyle.
gnarly.
And you guys gather your horses. Snom.
Yeah.
As you guys leave the town with your horses, you do notice a hat poking out from the bushes nearby.
Ooh, a hat. I want it.
Alright. You
So inconspicuous.
you rush off and go to the hat, and you get pulled into the bush.
The hat just ate him.
Yeah. He gets eaten.
Oh no.
We don't see this, right?
You do,
Ran
but
off. Yeah, he just ran off into a bush and
He
got
just
eaten.
ran off into
Yeah.
a bush and got eaten.
yeah, you see it, but you're like, it's Snom, he's fine. So you get
Oh,
back
good-
to getting
good
your
for him.
horses.
I saw him one shot a bear. He'll be fine.
Yeah. So, Snom, your mouth is being held by Pogsley, and he's like looking over his shoulder at your party, and then he lets you go. I have saved you from the clutches of those surface walkers.
What?
I received your letter. What mission do you have? What is it?
Mission? Oh. Oh, Pogsley.
Are we going to be ending the life of the baker?
No. I have a confession to make.
What?
See, the plans that I've made, the things that I wanted to do, that was because of a curse. I wasn't myself. God, my Kurt's claws, I even asked you out because I was under a curse.
Are you breaking up with me?
No, I don't want that. It's just... Honestly, my real confidence wasn't here until I was cursed, but now it's like I do want you. It's just I need to be honest. I can't endanger the hull and the surface. I can't be what they would call evil.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, lordy Lou.
Come on, Bard, you can do it.
Yeah. Let's see. It's persuasion. Whoop.
Ooh, hold on. Where are you, Pogs?
Oh.
Oh, I see now. You used the Warren. But more importantly, you used me just to get at the baker. You wanted the recipes and the cakes to yourself, and you made us the fall guys and kept yourself hidden. I remember, traitor!
Pogsley,
He slaps you in the face with a and
You're just yelling at this point, by the way.
yes, he is not being subtle.
I'll walk over as that's happened. Everything going alright, you two?
Oh no, he's called in reinforcement, and he runs off into the forest.
Pogsley!
He's gone.
Pogsley!
He's gone.
Oh, I forgot about him. He's nice.
Sad kobold hours. Sad kobold hours.
You just put your hand on your stinging cheek where there's like a handprint from a dirty glove that he slapped you with.
He just catching up, or what was that about?
I sent him a letter. I told him the truth.
Seems like a lot of personal information that I don't want to hear about. I'm gonna dip out.
I need a drink.
Well, that's what Slane's for. Come along.
Yeah, let's go.
When you, with a heavy heart and a stinging cheek, you head back to the horses and get on. And Azalea,
Yep.
as you guys are getting on the horses and getting ready, you hear from behind you, Thomas!
Look behind me.
You see your sister running up the street.
Oh, shit.
Oh! I will stand there.
I will stand there.
And she catches up and takes a minute. Wait, hold on. She is not used to running a lot.
I thought you were more athletic.
Desk jobs. I walk a lot, not running. Okay.
Afternoon.
Don't just afternoon me.
I don't know how to take this right now.
I don't know how to take you being alive right now.
What?
I suppose that's interesting, yes?
What?
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 Okay, I have so many questions.
So do I.
Why are you alive? Why didn't you tell us you were alive?
I got stabbed and I did tell you.
You told me years later.
Yes, I told you.
Why didn't you tell me before?
Because I was kicked out? How? Yeah?
That makes no sense.
Well, why'd you guys assume I was dead?
Because we found the death scene. We heard that you were with these people, and then you were gone. Like, why wouldn't we assume you were dead? You didn't come back.
I was kicked out. I recall Mom saying never see my ugly face again.
Are you?
I shouldn't say that.
She did not. You know she didn't. She would never. Are you coming back ever?
I came back before.
Are you gonna let them know that you're back?
Probably not.
Why?
I think I'm dead. That makes it a lot easier.
Why?
Less worry.
I'm telling them.
I'm doing a lot of stupid shit right now. I wouldn't tell them if I were you.
Obviously, I'm telling them.
Please don't tell them.
Make
I'm doing
proof.
a lot of stupid shit.
Like what? Give me one good reason.
I don't know. I'm getting stabbed on a regular basis, so I probably will be dead soon. Why worry them?
You won't be dead soon.
He's not
You'll
going to be dead
around
soon, by
us.
the way.
Your friend said you won't be dead soon,
I had a stone minotaur crack one of my ribs once. It was awful.
but you didn't die.
I probably could have.
One of your characters did.
Make persuasion check at disadvantage.
Oh dear.
Honestly, my friend, I prefer the Minotaur in terms of what your mother's going to do to you.
Exactly. That's not right.
I'm telling. I'm
High
telling.
five, buddy. We're in the same spot.
I'm telling. Like, she's going full sister. I'm telling Mom. I'm telling her.
I'm telling her.
Feel free. I will never return home again.
I'll bring them here. I can pay for it.
Good luck finding me again.
She looks towards your friends. I'm pretty sure I can find you.
You can find us.
Eh.
By the way,
Specifically,
has trade
us.
been a bit easier going on in Kushia? Less bandits in the area, I hope.
Yeah, I guess there's been less raids on the streets.
You're welcome. I'm doing my best to help.
You bitch.
Listen, I'm just reading the room here, but while I'm sure Azalea has done something incredibly stupid,
Like fake his death?
I
Yes.
feel like he wants to probably keep this under wraps for the time being. I know that sounds like a lot. It doesn't even sound like it is a lot, but I think your brother has a plan and does not want that foiled right now.
Make another persuasion check.
Alrighty. Also, I just made a total guess on the brother thing. You just look alike.
Yeah, you look. They are twins. They look exactly
Yeah, we're
alike.
identical twins. Not
Okay,
just-
good.
Just different colors.
Persuasion, normal.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wasn't meant to be, baby.
Not
Wasn't
meant to be. I'm
She-
so sorry.
She just turns
I
and
tried.
storms off. Doesn't seem convinced at all.
He's telling.
I'll catch up with you later then.
She flips you off.
We won't cry.
Kinda should. Azalea,
So,
like,
Huh. Was not expecting her to be here.
This
Well,
is
no,
for
I
when you
wish-
plan.
I don't
I
have
wish the
plans.
god of fate.
Okay.
And my friend, this is fated. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can
I'm
do.
gonna
I don't
insight
have
him
any
to see if he
plans.
has
I was
plans.
just, I'm kind of winging it right now. I mean, if she can tell them, that's fine. They'll just worry.
what was that you were saying about good luck finding me?
Oh, I mean, that's just me teasing a bit at her.
No, you're
If I
not.
could get
You're
her
gonna,
off the track.
Azalea, you're going to skip town if she tries to
Yes,
bring your
you are.
parents back here. aren't
Probably
you?
not. Probably I won't. You guys have too much good food.
I mean, we do, to be fair.
No, I was just seeing if that would get her to slow down.
I mean, siblings, nah, no chance. Not a chance in hell that that's ever gonna
Fair enough.
happen.
I hope Karen
So-
thought I was dead. Interesting.
Is there a reason why we aren't explaining... Oh, sorry. Why you aren't explaining to your family that, yes, you are alive, but you'd rather be here than elsewhere?
I figure they shouldn't care.
What do you mean they shouldn't
Well-
care. They're your fucking family.
I kind of caused a bit of distress for the family reputation,
By doing
but
what?
that's-
not being a wizard,
But you are a wizard.
Oh,
not
he's
being
not a
the
wizard.
greatest
Are
wizard
you a
to
wizard?
ever not being the greatest wizard to ever walk the planet.
Okay, and they're mad at you for that.
Yeah, I was supposed to be that.
Well, that's a bit stupid.
No, I was supposed to
like
be that.
they're a
Caught that I wasn't, and then banished and family name tarnished.
Well, that's really fucking stupid.
He committed
I
perjury.
have a feeling
Yeah,
Also,
I did
you-
massive amounts of
a little more mad that you faked your death. Or not
I
faked your
didn't
death, but
I
did not.
didn't fake
And
my
no, you
death.
did not fake your death. You just did not disclose that you were of this living realm. If I did that to my mother, she'd blow a gasket and burn the guild down.
She would.
People have different moms and dads.
I didn't fake my
They
death. I just
do.
stopped using the name Thomas.
Man, I
He
wonder what
he
that's
changed his identity and just disappeared.
Yeah. I couldn't stay in town.
Honestly, I don't know what you guys are on about. I think this makes perfect sense.
How does it make perfect sense?
All right, I'll
It
give you
makes perfect sense.
bullet points. At age 6, I was supposed to be the greatest wizard that ever was. I'm not the greatest wizard that ever was. The school found out I was lying. My entire family name tarnished.
And then
So
move
you
here,
don't-
name change, and there you go.
Oh, yeah,
So you,
get down.
so you told a fib when you were 6, which is a thing that 6-year-olds do,
No, they picked me up to take to the best magic schools they could be.
because you said you were really good, or because they thought
No, he
you
was
No, because of
six.
Charlie.
They fought.
Because I summoned Charlie.
Squeak!
Okay, well that's kind of their own fault then for thinking too far ahead, then, isn't it?
I love all the
Well, I
details
kinda
he's
kept with
skipping.
it. I kind of kept with it for a bit. It was very profitable.
For what?
The family.
Make an insight
If I'm
check.
catching this up right.
Make an insight check on Azalea.
Sure.
Can I join him?
Sure.
There you go.
Persuasion, deception.
No.
Yeah, actually, 50 is pretty good.
That's my third natural one this session. What is happening?
Oh
Um,
dear.
so,
What? I say actually, if Amber could do a history check almost, that might be easier.
Me?
Nah, he'd just.
he what?
Wizards are very important in Kushia.
So, based on the body language, what is he reading? Like, does it feel like Azalea is omitting some facts?
He's giving the shortest cliff notes.
He is giving you a summary, so there might be some details missing that he's glancing over.
Okay, look. It's probably not a great idea to press you on it too hard now, because we're probably going to be heading off to do a job soon. But look, if there ever comes a point where you feel like you want to have a chat about it, or your family eventually come here and they want more details, we're going to have to know eventually. So whenever you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. For the moment, we're at one end of the country. We need to get to the other end of the country. So shall we put this on the back burner for the moment and start making trails?
That's perfectly fine with me, yes.
Grand. Nels, Gary, Snob?
Yeah, let's just go.
Oh yeah, Noah was
That was
invited.
good.
He's
That was
going.
good.
Alright. And Noah.
And
And
Noah.
Noah. There.
And Peggy.
Not Peggy.
He's not here.
Peggy wasn't there. Noah's just kind of sitting, like, hanging back. Like, this isn't... He has no stakes in any of this, so he's just
Not
staying
his
I
quiet.
honestly have no stakes in it, too.
Noah, you got any earth-shattering revelations that we need to know about?
No. My parents are alive and proud of me.
Grant? No demon sacrifice going on in your family? No?
Not that I know of.
Insight check.
14?
14.
I'll just go with just passive persuasion. He seems to be forthright. Like, he doesn't seem to be battling some dark truth. He's just here for a good time.
Okay, cool. Right, well, I think that's all I needed. Are we all ready to go then?
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
not sure how much my sister spent to get here just to talk for 30 seconds. That's
Well,
impressive.
well, apparently she can afford it. If she can afford chatting
Oh
to
no,
you,
I know for a fact she's selling my products and making a goddamn fortune.
if she can afford to come here and chat to you for 30 seconds, I shudder to think what she can do in a day.
Her products were for sale at that rich resort we were at.
Oh, really?
She fucking copied it too from me.
Oh, we need to go back there then in that case. Right, saddle up, move out, we're heading out.
Okay. So, you guys finally head out on the road.
On the road again.
On the road again.
Wrong year.
It's
I'm gonna quickly go pee, don't pause for me.
okay.
Azalea,
Yes.
if it makes you feel any better, Mel's isn't my name either.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah.
It's a good name though that you picked out.
It is a good name. I picked it myself.
Oh, you picked? I stole mine.
What are your real names?
Thomas.
Annabelle.
Annabelle. Honestly, that doesn't quite fit you.
No, it really
Thomas is
doesn't.
Sharper. I like it.
And I'm glad you think so, because I don't think it does either.
Annabelle seems more like a nobility lady name. You seem
You're
more...
someone with 13 cats, not just one.
Maybe.
That's not at all what I think of myself as.
Well, I mean,
Exactly. Mel's is sharper, quicker. I like
you
it.
could be, but not the current you.
What do you mean I could be?
Well, nobility is all about a status that you are given or that you were born into and the clothes you wear. Anyone can do that.
But I don't wear nobility clothes.
That's why I said you could be. You're not now.
Ability for a bit. You don't want to be at Mel's. It's boring.
Yeah.
It's boring, dry, full of paperwork. It's terrible.
Honestly, I've been to one or two of these galas now, and I don't see much of the point of them.
Oh, the gals are the best part.
They're the best part.
It's
Yeah, you
most.
get to gossip. You get to gossip and talk shit about everyone. and then
It's
go right up
mostly
to them and
about.
shake their hands.
It's mostly about socializing.
All I'm saying is, I've been watching Julius, and I've been watching Xerox. It
They do
seems
it the wrong
terrible.
way. They were born into special blood. It's more fun when you work your way up to it.
Right.
Lamau.
Is that
So
what
they-
you intend to do?
No, not at all. Did it once. Too stuffy.
Hmm.
I think my current plan is to see if I can buy out Luton Store. It's such a nice location. Plus, that man needs to retire. He's ancient.
Yeah, but you could still
I mean, he
break
is
you in
retired, right?
half.
Oh, he runs the store. The general store.
Okay,
That's-
you're right. He's retired from his first career.
He's had a career change.
He
Actually,
can
Mel's
punch
is
a
gonna
man now.
insight Noah. Cause the you could be nobility is kind of stuck in her head now. She's gonna insight Noah.
Thank you
Okay.
for saying you could be rich.
What does he mean by that?
Can't really get much of a read on him.
You may better just at face value. Just, you could be.
You're not sure.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think Noah knows our dark secrets.
You just look at him. He's just kind of staring at a butterfly as it's floating by.
Okay. Alright.
He is pretty no fault's head empty, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that outlet.
I tried to make a himbo, guys.
Yeah, and you did it.
You did.
It's
But also, Mel's is skeptical.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mel still hates Blade for some reason. So
Yeah. I called him a bitch in a letter.
why?
Because it's funny.
He saved
It's
our
funny.
lives like twice.
He didn't save my life. He's a bitch.
Enough. He helped out with the fairy thing.
Day one of her half day of.
You?
He doesn't have to be your enemy, but he's my enemy.
Why? Okay, what did he do to make your enemy list?
He
Why not just
existed.
neutral?
He existed.
Fucked with my mind, and he's very nefarious. He also reads. I mean, who does that?
He's her
No
enemy because
warlocks!
it's
How
fun.
did the Toe Warlocks do?
Everyone needs a nemesis.
She's just decided that he's her enemy. That's it.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
She's just like, he's suspicious, I don't trust him, and I want him dead.
And he's
Yep.
just a dude. He's literally just a dude.
That man in particular, I want dead,
Mhm.
and I will kill him myself.
Are we talking about murdering?
Her hatred of Blade.
No. Until we see him do anything like really sus, then we can kill him.
Apparently, he's always
Mouse,
nefarious.
he's guilty until proven guilty.
Yeah, to me he is.
I like the way you think.
Anyway, our half day.
Yeah. You guys get to about here, and you hear the sound of a horse. You look ahead and you see
With
like
many
a
horses.
you look ahead and you see like a horse-drawn carriage, kind of a fancy carriage with like gold trim on the end.
Hmm.
Right, boys, here's our payday.
Fancy. Do we recognize this?
You don't. You don't.
Scooch out
No.
of the way.
You kind of scooch out of the way, and the carriage pulls up to a stop next to your crew.
Oh.
And you see a mass of like curly blonde hair pop up. So you sent for me.
Stop the look now.
It's Megan.
Who's that? Oh, it's Megan. Oh.
Have to look now. All right.
Did we send for you?
Oh, I did. No, I had some other stuff. Remember, you guys are joining me to Slane. I'm not joining you.
Right.
Well, I feel like we're all just joining each other, but you know.
I figured I'd meet
no.
you halfway.
Yes, you did in style.
Of course, it's befitting my new station.
I always forget that.
I feel like we haven't seen each other in a while. What
Yeah, the accent's changed, that's for sure.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna.
I've always known that accent. What are you guys talking about?
See anyone give me a number?
The DM.
D?
I'm not gonna roll anything, but based on just like Razzle's passive insight, could I like make like a pretty decent guess about like what she's done or what she's trying to do?
You're honestly, I wouldn't say an insight would be that. That you can't really read actions per se. What you can see is that she is riding in a very expensive looking carriage. You are aware that her intentions were to become nobility, so you can make some inferences from that.
She did it. She made it big.
All right. I'm gonna sort of just like, you know, hold any thought that I did have, and I'm just gonna give her a smile and sort of like incline my head. Good to see you again, miss.
Same here.
Call me superstitious, Razzle. Last time we went to Slane, things went well. She's our good luck charm.
You should listen to him. He's rather smart.
Don't say anything. Just smile at Azealia, smile at her, nod.
He's rather smart, thinking back to the last, like, this morning.
I have you know, I read 2 books today. It's very smart.
You're on thin ice, mister.
Well, shall we? And she snaps her fingers, and the horseman kind of like turns the carriage to go the other direction.
Okay,
She's
onward.
gotten so much gaudier.
The carriage is very gaudy.
It's so bad. We're going to Slane. That carriage isn't going to survive.
Probably won't.
But I'm thrilled to
Well, as long as... Well, at least we won't be recognized on the road now. We won't draw any attention.
You will certainly
Meanwhile, a
not.
big ship heads over us and drops a whole corpse on us.
They didn't do that, but you do see a shadow of the ship going above you.
I look up and I give him a middle finger.
Wait, did they just drop a horse?
No, a corpse.
A corpse.
In the previous recording, they killed a wyvern, and
They-
they were saying, yeah, let's just drop it on the crew.
They were
underneath us."
considering it, but they did not.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
Alrighty, off we go.
Yeah. Let me just change that.
I'm not to you guys. I didn't actually expect her to come. I did it as a formality.
I think it's great. I like Megan. She's fine.
Oh, she's lovely.
You guys get to
A
about
formality
here.
because she asked you to do something before?
We've been talking about possible businesses.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, she's trying to keep
There
up
is-
nobility and whatnot, and I'm trying to keep up. I like having money.
there is something that I'd like to do, but it will wait until when we stop at night one time
We're stopping
during the
Yeah,
trip.
we are stopping at
right
night.
now. You're here.
Swine.
So what do you want to do?
I realized that one was that far.
I would go to Razzle
Okie dokie.
and I would ask, would you mind coming with me for a bit? I'd like to have a conversation.
Oh God. Have I done? Yeah, sure. I'll stand up. I'll follow Gary.
Right, and we'll walk off for about, say 3 or 5 minutes. And I am actually going to just check behind me to make sure that we're not being followed.
All right. Make a perception check.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I've rolled 3 natural ones tonight. We're not doing this. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on myself.
He's paranoid now. I love
We
it.
will go with Wisdom. So,
2 natural ones. Let's go.
2 natural ones.
2 natural ones. Here they come.
Okay,
No.
19.
One was a
A
5.
5 was still bad.
A 5 was scary. I saw the 5 and the 5. I was like, oh god, no.
If it makes you feel any better, the 5 was your first result, so you were right to cast it.
Yeah, that's true.
Ugh.
Meanwhile, Azalea, Mel's, and Megan form a gossip group.
Oh,
So we'll start with these two. What are you talking about? No one seems to be following you.
What's up, Gary? What did you do, or what are you worried about?
I'll sit down and just sort of chill out for a bit on the grassy dune, confident that no one else is around. I wanted to talk to you about how you handled things the other day. While I was lost in the moment digging holes and tending to the dead, I was really frustrated trying to comprehend what to say to Rakam and the others who were participated in that event. And I was struggling with like what I was going to say and how I was going to say it.
With the goblins?
Yes.
Okay, what about...
And then and there you were. You were just saying exactly what should be said and precisely how it should have been spoken. And I just wanted you to know that I am incredibly proud of you.
Aww. Oh, thanks, bud.
And as an extension of that, I would like to offer you an incredibly trusted but dangerous piece of information. And to know this will inherently put you in a little bit of danger. I had a small chuckle when you were talking about earth-shattering troops earlier this morning.
Gary, you know that we're in mortal danger most of the time when we go and do these jobs, right?
Oh, yes, I do. And I still haven't told anyone other than Mouse.
He doesn't say anything, he just inclines his head like, go on, talk.
Okay, so for the entire time that you have known me, I have been lying to everyone here at the bar, besides Mel's, of course. I am not a cleric. More so bending the truth around that, exactly. I say that I am a servant of a divine lord of fate, an upcoming deity that no one has ever heard of.
If you tell
And
me that
that's
you're God
a lie.
right now, I'm probably going to have to look into clerical options for you when we get home.
I am the divine lord of fate, and
Oh
it's
God, Gary.
what I say to be easier to explain than the truth.
Are you 100% sure that you're God?
He looks you dead in the eyes, and as much as you can trust a man who is good at lying, but is also good at telling the truth when he wants to, there is a stone-cold truth to Gary's eyes when he says this to you.
Okay. And Razzle's gonna sit down. how exactly are you sure that you're a divine being then in that case?
A couple of things. The event in Riska is when I discovered the truth of what I am. But truth be told, I worship no god. I've never worshipped any god, despite my mother's protests. But my divine magic has awakened, and now I wield it as mighty as any cleric at the guild. The event at Riska, I was able to save the entire town from a band of orcish pirates. Of course, no one believed me, why would they? But I conjured a tidal wave that sank the entire armada. I had never done magic in my life before. It was a miracle. And I just knew. I know that this is true. And I know that it's so much to take in, I wouldn't believe me either. But I am not lying to you.
Have you done any other kinds of miracles since then? And how old were you when you did that tidal wave?
15.
Okay. Can you make tidal waves now?
I've started to, again, which is kind of what prompted this situation. Because clerics receive their powers from the gods. They dish it out, they act as a stopgap. There's a reason why clerics like Dahlia and Rakam are not able to perform the feats that clerics like Meg can. And that's because you need to have a deep level of understanding to be able to harness that kind of power, that devotion. So the gods act as a stopgap and basically dish it out to whoever can handle it. Who's stopping me?
Okay. Are you...
See, the problem that I have is that I need to become a god again, or else something quite nasty will probably happen to me. I think, at least, hypothesize. I am in a race with myself to dig a hole faster than it can fill. A time bomb of divinity, if you will. I am able to resurrect the dead, remove curses, conjure tidal waves, bend the elements to my will, and it's only getting stronger. Sometimes my magic just misbehaves and does effects that I don't even want them to do. And I have spell slots for levels of spells I don't even know yet. I'm telling you all this because I trust you, and because you have done a miraculous job of getting people to come to your side. You just kind of know what to do sometimes. And I need your help because I'm really bad at being a god.
What exactly do you need help with, Gary?
I don't know, there isn't really a manual for these sort of things. I've just been trying to figure out what I can do, I suppose, to get back there, the Divine Realm. I thought doing as many good deeds as possible would be a good starting place, you know. Help the needy, do things that you'd expect a good god to do.
Well, maybe it goes a little bit deeper than that.
Go on.
I mean, like, you know, I don't really have much of a background in, like, worshipping gods or whatever. But aren't a lot of gods meant to, like, you know, represent something? Like, one person's a trickster god, then another person is, like, a life god, and so on and so on and so forth.
That brings us to another point. I have no memory of my time when I was a god. All I have are feelings, like a pair of shoes that fit perfectly, you know? I don't know if I am the god of fate, that's just the one that stuck. I don't know if I'm the god of the stars, but whenever I use spiritual weapon, It's these ruby stars that appear.
Well, maybe
It's kind of like if you woke up one day and your name wasn't Razzle, but you knew absolutely that it was.
Well, maybe the reason why, if you're so 100% convinced that your god powers haven't kicked back in yet, is because you're not fully exemplifying the kind of god that you were once. I mean, if you're really so convinced that you were meant to be the god of fate, how exactly do you make fate manifest in the world?
By changing it, by doing drastic things that will alter the course of events.
And is
I think
any-
I've tried my best at doing that.
Do you think you've succeeded anywhere doing it?
Well, from this perspective, I can't really tell. I'm able to change little things. I can sense that something's about to go wrong and alter it, change it slightly. That's as far as that has gotten, per se, but it's in the little things, like Bless, for example, is a protection that boosts your chances of success. Bane alters the enemy in order to, well, change the outcome of certain events. It's all in little ways. It's a
Russell's
difficult
gonna-
situation.
Russell's
And
gonna
I
think
think-
about what he
Go on.
just said, and then just sort of go to his mind where, like, you know, he's seen Ricard use Bless a couple of times, and then just think on that, and then just go back to listening to Gary. Sorry.
Do you know anything about the Raven Queen?
I'd say I do.
Well, along other things, she is also regarded as being one of the only times a mortal has ascended into the divine realm and took the domain of death. Now, there was a previous god of death, but no one knows what they were called. Their essence has been completely flung into the ether. Now, I do not think I was that god, don't get me wrong there, but I'm saying that there is a precedent for divine beings being replaced, being cast out and forgotten, and I think that may have happened to me. I don't know.
I don't know either, Gary. If I'm being totally 100% honest with you, I have no clue at all how best to process all of that information. Or how best to help you with it, if, you know...
That second
actually
part
gives
will
me
come
help.
later, I believe. I tried, gathering followers, and because I figure that's also what a god is meant to have. God's meant to have followers, right?
Yeah, I'm not joining your cult, Gary. I like you and all, but, like, I'm not fucking ready to do that just yet.
I was able to convince Eason to follow me,
Yeah.
and then in one day, I got him killed. I'm not doing that again for a while. So, in the meantime, I wanted to let you know in on all of this because, well, I'd rather it come from me than from anything else that's spilled out.
Well, I'm
And
glad you
this goes without saying, do not tell anyone, even Meg.
But Mel's
The only
knows
person
this,
who
right?
knows is Mel's.
I'll have a chat with Mel's about it, maybe later on. But, like, your secret's safe with me, Gary.
Thank you.
But if this is true, and eventually, something does happen, then the rest of the guild's gonna have to know eventually, right?
I've been thinking about that. There's like two scenarios that I see happening. One is that people don't believe me, and I'm cast out as a heretic because claiming to be a god when you are not is quite a serious offense. And then the other side is that people do believe me and the public starts to know. In which case I will probably be kidnapped and experimented on as a mortal who has the sacred power of the divine. I'm fucked either way.
Well, maybe your best bet for now is just to keep everything on the down low until maybe something happens and you get a burst of your powers back. I mean, by the time that happens, then maybe the only things that would be strong enough to properly kidnap you would either be really, really, really strong and scary monsters, really powerful magic users, or another celestial. And if that ever happens, you know, you've got backup.
When the Raven Queen ascended, the smartest and most powerful minds on this planet tried to figure out how. I will not be an experiment. But anyway, I think that's it. You're not disappointed in me, are you?
Why would I be disappointed in you, Gary?
Tone of voice. I understand it's a lot to take in, though.
Disappointed would be like, you know, you went and did something that you knew you shouldn't do and you did it anyway. That would then I'd be disappointed. This is more just like, you know, trying to wrap my head around it, I suppose.
Well, I'll let that stew in the background. But thank you.
Ah, anytime.
All right. I'll pick him up, and we'll head back to the group.
All right.
Okay. You head back there. Seems like they're settling down, getting ready for bed, eating some rations on the road.
He reads and he goes in the sewers. I mean, who does that?
Me?
It's so creepy and I hate
We've
him
all
for it.
done it.
I mean, he
I'm just
doesn't
saying,
seem
I
like
don't
that
trust-
bad of a guy.
I don't trust him just because he also fucked with my brain and he goes in the sewers and he
He
reads. And
literally
it's weird.
saved our lives last time we were in Slane.
He didn't save my life.
I mean,
With us in Slane.
to be perfect,
No, I wasn't.
to be perfectly honest, almost everyone in your guild has fucked with someone's brain magically.
Yeah, but that's different.
Is it though?
Is it really?
It's
I'm
kind
gonna
of.
say it's different.
Oh, welcome back.
Alright, well, how was the piss?
It was great. Fantastic.
Yes.
Glad to hear. Speaking of, I'm gonna wake up at myself.
Anyway, who are we talking about? Blade?
Yeah, she hates
Yeah.
Blade. I'm gonna take a piss.
You go take a piss.
My turn.
Alright, you go take a piss. I just don't quite see it. But I've never met the man.
That's okay.
Yes,
You know,
you're
he doesn't have to be an enemy to you, but to me, he's sus.
You're paranoid, Mel's.
Yes.
Basil, weren't you on a mission with Blade once, the way you like helped him with the fairy situation?
Oh yeah.
How was he then?
You know, kept things on the QT, but like, you know, he just thought it was safer to go about the mission that way. He hasn't done anything that has actively fucked with the guild yet. So, on that logic, I'm of the opinion that we should kind of wait and see if anything really mad happens, or if we dig up some information, and then we can have a discussion about it. But for right now, I think he's just sort of got his own way of doing things.
Well, I'm not gonna, like... Well, no, that's a lie. I am gonna antagonize him. But only because I don't trust him.
Why, Mel's? Why would you antagonize him?
Well, half of it is because it's funny. Half of it is genuinely because I don't actually trust him. I think he's pretty shady.
Surely if you were looking to gather information on somebody, you wouldn't actively antagonize them, because that'll just make them more paranoid that you're looking out for what they're doing.
Oh, like your
what-
friend Zarek did at the party.
I think he's curious of me. I think it's because that I antagonize him, and it's because that I'm sus of him, that he thinks that it's interesting that I am that way. And he likes fucking with me that way.
It doesn't sound like he's done
Oh.
anything to you, though.
It really doesn't, Mel.
I'm just saying, I got a bad feeling, and I don't like it.
Darling,
bad
you're,
vibes.
you're getting a little bit too paro there. I think what you need is a drink and a good night's sleep.
Are you sure you just
Okay.
don't have a crush on him? That's what it sounds like.
No, I don't have a... No.
Are you
What?
sure?
You
Yeah.
sure?
Yes.
Alright, I'm back. We're still talking about it, aren't we?
I think she has a
think I have
crush on him.
No.
That is what school children do.
Oh, don't insult her like that.
That's what
Give her a little credit.
Nah, we can insult
How
Mel.
old do you think I am?
Younger than me.
Well, yeah, but not. Shut up.
Nels, I guarantee you, if I asked him, he would not even know who you are.
I don't have a crush on Blade. I think he's sus as fuck. Besides, I'm
Okay.
dating Tristan.
Oh, are you now? That happened.
What?
Yeah, the clock guy or the nobility
Congratulations.
Oh, that's
dude.
lovely.
You're referring to your
What?
boyfriend as the clock guy.
Yeah.
No, Charlie was there. Yeah, he is just the clock guy.
Hold on. You have a boyfriend?
Yeah,
That's
Is
the
he
fun of
cute?
galas.
I think so.
Razzle takes out his book and he's like, right, okay, details. I'm going to write the two of you a soppy love song. It's going to be great.
You were asking about the fun of galas. There you go. You get to meet a boyfriend.
Yeah. He's got glasses, black hair, a bit of white streak in his hair. He's kind of
Hey.
tall-ish. Very polite.
I'm so tempted to disguise self into him right now, just to freak you the fuck out.
You could.
You could, yeah.
Nah. I'll be respectful for now. I'll bully you as it gets a little more into it.
Well, wait till this song is done, then we can bully her together. It'll be funny.
Fair enough.
Sure. So no, I don't have a crush on Blade.
All right.
If I did,
Okay,
shut up.
But think of the power thruple.
Insight check with advantage.
On who?
Me,
Mouse.
probably.
Oh, Mel's.
Yeah.
You have advantage.
With
That's a
advantage.
boyfriend.
22.
You have a crush.
He does not. She's absolutely sure.
I know. I
You-
just have
You wanted
advantage for an
the,
hour, and I just want to use it.
You get the sense that she is more flustered that it is implied that she has a crush on
An
him.
idea.
Yeah.
How dare we?
How dare?
Scare you. After I rambled on for like 5 minutes about how much I hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate him, guys. I really hate him.
I really hate him.
I don't
Oh.
like
I
him.
don't like you or anything, idiot baka.
You know what, Ninja? I'll give you this just because it's fun. You get the sense from your insight that Megan is 100% just fucking with Mel's because she thinks it's hilarious.
It is funny.
Alright, well, I think we've had enough excitement for one night. I'm setting up the tent and turning in.
Hands out here, pitching a tent. All right.
I hate it here.
Megan will
You
just
want to take
Look
first
at
watch?
this,
Me and you,
great.
Miles, first watch?
Sure, first watch.
Alright, first watch the Zoomers. Let's go.
Megan will just go into her carriage and sleep in there.
Yeah.
All right, first watch. Roll some perception checks.
Okay. Wait, who?
17. Mel's is just thinking about Blade. Like, fucking hate that guy.
Lives in your head rent free.
Rent
The men in
free.
my life, I swear.
Rent free in your head. Azalea, you're looking around, and you don't see anything, so you just kind of focus on Charlie, who's just like curled up in your lap.
Mills, actually, I did run into a bit of a snag here with my plans in Slane. I was hoping to have our good boy Fenrir here, but he's not. I do need a third person. How do you feel about messing with the Mafia?
Aren't we doing that already?
Yeah,
Or
but
do
like,
you
how
mean
do you feel
directly?
about more actively doing it?
I'd be down, sure.
Alright. Well,
It has-
that's my plan.
Do I have to be away from this whole talk with the guild to do this?
I just feel like the good boys of Gary and Razzle would disagree with some of my methods, but I feel like you're a get the job done kind of person.
Well, I'd be happy to. I'm just saying, well, like, I also want to go talk to the guild. Will the timeline of us going and doing something
Yeah,
versus
no,
them
I just feel like 30 minutes of your time.
Oh, okay, well then that's fine. Yeah.
No, I just want to see how many friends I can make at Slane. I think that's the goal.
Oh.
I'll explain more as we get there. But you'd be up for helping me?
Well, if we're making friends, hell yeah.
Alright.
Unless we're doing crime. Well, no. If we're doing crime, yeah, I'll be there for that too. But I mean, like, I feel like I'm better
I
at
don't
friends
actually
than
think
crime.
it's illegal. I don't know, I haven't read up on the laws.
Okay.
Unsure
Well, I'm
if
with ya.
illegal. Crime? Question mark.
Sure.
Questionable at best.
It's maybe not
Better
what
call Saul.
when people in action most people wouldn't think adventurers would dabble in, but
Yeah.
it's information gathering. That's all.
Actually, now that I know that you're nobility, or at least used to be, do you know of an angel family called the Porters.
Roll a history check.
There would be a couple S.
Because if not you, I can always ask Noah.
Doesn't sound familiar.
When you say angel, do you mean like you are though?
Yes.
Yeah. That's most of the nobility. I didn't keep track of their names.
Okay. I will ask Noah when I get a chance then.
Yeah, no, Kushia's full of them. Well, full of them is a strong term. Most of the nobility is them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, could be a place to... I'm guessing that has to do with family drama that suddenly came up out of nowhere.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. The only thing I know about my family is that my dad killed my mom.
That's fucked.
Yeah, and my dad is an ASMR, and I hate it. And, but I want to know some answers about it.
Of all the ASMR I've had to meet, that does not surprise me at all, and you are absolutely my favorite.
Thanks.
Because, God, they're all shitheads. I'm amazed that you're not. You are more powerful than any of them, as far as I'm concerned now.
Yes. I try to be, I guess.
Oh, they're all just up their own ass. It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, see. Well, I feel like being a nobility is also kind of an ass thing. So being being something that's labeled as I could be a nobility while also being an ASMR kind of fucks with my head a little bit. Yeah.
Let me tell you, you are living a much better life.
As Mel's, absolutely.
Oh, 100%. Name or not, how you're acting, much better.
Yeah.
Anywho, wanna see Charlie do another flip?
Sure.
Poker, she gets up, does a flip, goes back in my lap.
He does a flip. Good job.
Disadvantage because she's sleepy.
Yeah.
Still a really good flip.
Look at her go.
Have you seen Charlie go?
It's an absolute joy.
Next watch, I guess.
Yeah, that's our watch.
Yeah. Noah, I guess we'll wake up for a watch. Good night, you two.
Mm.
Morning, evening, I don't know one of the two, I'm tired. And I just crashed.
I guess he'll watch with Megan. That's fine.
The NPC.
Yeah, the NPCs will watch together.
Mhm.
They kind of just talk about small nobility stuff, nothing important.
They gossip to no end.
Yeah, they
Kimbo and Megan, it is a one-sided gossip, but endless gossip nonetheless.
Yeah, like it's mostly like it kind of shifts. Like first it's Megan that's gossiping the most, and no one's just smiling and nodding, and then he'll get on and start, and she'll just like smile. It's like the two of them are like having a competition of who can talk the most.
I love it. And none of us sleep during this.
Eventually they'll wake up Razzle and Gary for the final watch.
Alright.
Snom gets a full sleep.
Yeah, Snom gets a full sleep. He got slapped today.
I saw my sister.
Got slapped and dumped. Damn.
Yeah.
Slumped.
Those tend to go hand in hand.
Got slumped. But anyway, you guys continue your watch. Nothing happens. The main pathways between towns are pretty safe just because they're well traveled. Monsters kind of tend to stay away from them at this point. So you all wake up in the morning. Prepare.
You know, I feel like we're gonna do a good ambush.
Why would
We haven't been ambushed in a while. I wonder if they've just given up.
So you wake up in the morning.
Feeling like P. Diddy.
You beat me by 1 second.
Megan grabs her glasses. She's at the door. She's gonna hit the city.
pat myself down with Major.
Gary's
It's all
pretty.
day anyway.
Snom brushes his teeth with a bottle of Jack.
Motherfucker, he's not sharing.
Oh wait, I have to prepare my spells. Shit, I'm a wizard.
Because when he leaves for the night, he's not coming back. Where's he going? I don't know.
Especially if he goes to find Pogsley again.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I don't think he's gonna be going after him for a while.
It's gonna take it some time to
I'm
heal.
gonna go after Pogsley
Look,
now.
look, man, that nat one.
Target.
Oh.
Okay, so anyway, you guys continue on, and again, not really much issue for the next 2.5 days to get to Slane. Anything else you guys want to do before you get to town?
Clearing all my spells, because I forgot wizards have to do that, and I got
Nothing much.
Okay.
Did Razzle want to talk to Mills?
I'll have a quick chat with Mel's about the Gary situation, and I'll wait till it's like late at night and we're taking a shift together.
Okay.
taking a shit.
Put you
Take a
right,
shift.
right here. Here you go.
A shifty shit.
Take a mean shift.
Last day before you get to town. Camp out for
Yeah.
the night.
Yeah. Just gonna make sure that everybody else is asleep.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Nope.
Coast is clear. Coast is clear.
Well, whatever happens, happens. Sorry, dude.
With these nat ones today.
Right?
So, yeah, it doesn't bode well.
Yeah.
So, quick one for you.
Charlie's
Yeah.
pulling a kiwi.
I was about to ask, yeah. Spoilers,
So-
Azalea's gonna get all of this.
Oh yeah. Okay, listen, not one. Whatever happens, happens.
Yep.
So, quick one for you.
Hmm.
Gary was having a chat to me the other day about something that he also told you.
Only to me?
Only to you.
Did he tell you?
Yeah, he told me.
Did he tell you the thing that I think that he told you?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That he thinks he's...
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Let's save us some time.
so what the hell do you think is going on?
Well, I know where he gets his power from, and I don't think he remembers or accepts it.
Okay.
So, did he tell... Okay. What did he tell you specifically? What did he tell you about himself and what he thinks?
That he's convinced that he has the ability to do miracles, and he's forgotten something about his past life.
Like past life.
Yeah.
Before he was Gary.
Yes.
Okay. In my professional opinion,
More professional opinion. All right, Dr.
my
Mel.
professional opinion, I don't know if he ever was anything in his past, but I've heard of people becoming gods, like through, just sheer training and strength and, defeating enemies and adventuring, all that blah 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 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not completely out of, the question to assume that he could be a god. But also, his power comes from somewhere. It's not like he just has it.
Well, surely everyone's powers come from somewhere. I mean,
Yeah.
for some reason, mine come from making music. Yours come from...
Mine comes from the intuition of the earth, the nature itself.
Uh-huh.
It's just also that part of nature is also dimensions.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
where I draw that power from, at least to
Right.
my understanding. I don't know about gods, but he gets his power from a Fey being called Hirsum in the Feywild. I think he's a sorcerer, and I think that's what it means to be a sorcerer. I think yeah. But, I haven't exactly told him that, or if I did, his brain would just completely shut down or not just not take it like at all. So I've just let him believe that he could be something, because he technically can be. It's not like, like I said, people have become gods without realizing that they were gods in the past.
Yeah,
So
but like...
I let him be whatever the fuck he wants to be, just as long as he's not, doing bad.
Yeah, but like, is that not also then really harmful for him? Like, if he really believes it, like with all of his heart and soul, and then all of a sudden he's told, actually no, like, is that not gonna totally crush him? Is that like gonna, you know, make him lose his magic? Is he never gonna want to ever go on another adventure ever again? Like, I don't know, Mel. I really don't know what the best thing to do is.
If that were the case, then why would we tell him anyway? Right?
Well, because, you know, he believes one thing and what he believes might not be the truth. So is it better to just keep feeding into, you know, something that is a lie but he thinks is true, or just be totally blunt with him about it?
I think I'm thinking about like the outcome of his actions with said belief so far. So far he's helped us out because he's believed in it.
Yeah.
Right? And it's
Well,
because
wouldn't he
he's
just
believed in
look
it that
at
he's
it?
gotten so strong and so, you know, like helpful with the guild that I don't see any reason why it should be a problem in the first place. Now if he gets too, you know, crazy and he starts committing genocides like the fucking tidal wave, then yeah, then we go somewhere with it.
Yeah. Well, do you think it's a possibility that if he finds out that, you know, he's actually living a lie, that he might go mad?
Probably.
Oh.
But again, I have alluded to it in the past and he's just shut it away. So he's probably in denial,
What do we do?
if at all. There was so to explain that episode, quote unquote episode to you, we went to the Feywild to go find his mom and also Dazzle's parents, or Dazzle's family.
Yeah.
And we found them, but they were under the direction of Hearsome, and admittedly they were in a really good spot, they were in a good place, but Hearsome led onto the fact that Gary's power comes through him.
Right.
And I mean, it makes sense. Like, Hearsome is a trickery god, and Gary does a whole bunch of trickery things. He has a fucking Loki. Like a Loki, you know,
Snake.
a Quaddle
Snake named Loki.
Like, you know.
Flying snake.
And like coming back from the Feywild, I was one of the only people that remembered the whole thing he forgot. And when I told him what I saw, what I heard, he denied it.
Okay.
So at this point, I don't think it matters to him where his power comes from. I think he just wants to gain power in order to get back there, or wherever there is. But also, using power to do good isn't necessarily not beneficial to us. So it's like, why bother? You know?
I suppose. Maybe. I don't know what's gonna happen when he finds out what the truth is, but I think that for the moment, should we just keep this between us?
Yeah.
Yeah, just out of respect for Gary, like, you know.
Yeah, out of respect. I'm gonna keep cheering him on, and I'm going to keep an eye on him if he does something really bad. But so far, so good, and I'm just going to support him.
I don't know if I can cheer him on if I know the thing I'm cheering him on for isn't really what's actually happening, but I'll keep an eye on him. I'll make sure that he's alright too.
You believe whatever you want to believe. You know.
Well, look, safety of the guild comes first, and that includes him, so, you know.
True. I'm gonna let him do his own thing until I see something bad happen, at least.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that now.
Yeah.
And with that, you guys finish your watch, settle down. Charlie sneaks away and goes snuggling with Azalea.
Mm-hmm.
And you wake up.
Wide awake and Charlie. Let's go.
Time to tell everybody.
Hey guys, our friends are gone!
I hate you so much.
It's gonna be more like, hey, my friend's crazy. Oh, actually, I don't know. Considering how Azalea feels about gods, I'm not sure how.
You'll figure it out eventually, don't worry.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway.
To me, it's just between us guys right now. Don't worry.
Yeah,
It's between
anyway.
us.
You guys all wake up. get ready for breakfast and head to Slane.
We
Conga line.
Go meet with the guild.
Yeah, are you guys going to the guild first?
I'm heading to the guild first,
I
yeah.
assume so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, guild first. Crime later.
Oh, my fault. I
Okay.
guess who's the one that's gonna be doing the talking?
Razzle,
Fill that role as, I'll fill
Yeah.
that role.
as
Alright.
as co-leader, you are filling
Do we
that
want
role.
to?
Good luck.
Do we
I'll
want
slap him
to-
with enhance ability.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Alrighty.
Give
Actually,
you the charisma.
and I'll actually offer some Fey honey that I have to Razzle to help out.
What does it do again?
Also,
Let me just do this, I think.
And Mel's paid for that
I'll just
enhanced
give
ability,
him-
so use everything.
Give him a charge of that.
Mm.
You have 21 charisma.
Yep. So put your charisma
Oh,
at
shit,
21
okay.
temporarily. Just write down what your charisma was before, so you can
Holy
change it
shit.
back.
That's fucking amazing. Holy shit.
Not
Okay,
bad.
cool. Thank you.
I'm not gonna tell them I have that too.
It's pretty good. Pretty good shit.
Alright.
Delicious.
do we think that anyone else will be talking, or just the Razzle?
I think that, and by the way, that is a one and done for your honey, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I
Probably
think,
Mel's, but you know.
yeah, me, Razzle, and Gary, if you want to come talk, we can do that.
Alrighty.
Do we all want to
Um,
pile in?
We can all be there, but like the
Everyone
talking.
else waiting outside.
You can come in and help if you want. Like,
I don't.
well then, if you don't want to help, then go and do your own thing. Whatever you need to do, man. It's no hassle.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure that my coin purse is also very secure on my person.
Definitely, you
and
should do
easy
that.
to check at all times.
Yeah.
I have an anti-theft pouch.
Yeah, you do. Actually, roll
Oh, yeah,
it, roll it.
that's also why I brought Loki. Loki's going in the coin pouch.
Higher, low, Emerald.
Hi.
Okay. So as you guys are walking through town, you just kind of brush past some guy, and you just hear, "Ah!"
I turn and just look at him.
The guy
Right
has.
there, bud.
Yep.
You sure?
Mhm.
Yeah. You want a bandage or something?
Nope. Good.
You sure?
Yep. I'm just
You
gonna.
gonna do that?
I'm just gonna go.
You gonna do that again?
Have a good day.
You gonna do that again?
No.
We all have those, by the way.
No, and I'm gonna leave.
So, Mels, if you do want to take Charlie with you, just so I'm informed, that'd be lovely.
Okay, Charlie, let's go.
Squeak.
Just right on your head. Just flat on your head.
Very good. My head will be a
Yeah,
net.
sure.
Charlie hat.
I'm totally forgetting you. Stom, Megan, do you guys want to go get wasted then while we wait for them?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's
Alright,
go.
Go look for a place that's a new place that's called, not our normal spots. Let's explore.
Okay. You end up going to a place called the Broken Bottle, and have some drinks there. We'll just say it's here.
Yeah. 'Cause we are not in the conversation.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Miles, do you think that you'll be talking or inciting?
I don't know. I
Wisdom or charisma?
guess
Wait,
so.
I think.
Wisdom or charisma?
Oh,
I've already got charisma, so maybe you could take.
yeah, I'll do wisdom.
I think I get to dish it out however I like as well. Enhance ability at 3rd level for yourself and I.
Okay,
I will take charisma.
what does that do? That just makes.
You get advantage.
are you
Yeah,
sure
that's
you can
check.
split it up like that?
At higher levels, when using the spell, you can target one additional creature for each slot above 2nd.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just you can cast the spell on them, so technically you could switch it up because it's just a spell.
Okay, fair enough.
Woohoo.
It's weird.
I'll allow it.
Alright.
We knock on the door then? We go
Yep.
to knock?
Looking on the door of the Greysong.
All right.
Alright.
So you guys go up to the Greysong Guild. It looks like it used to be a formidable military stronghold, situated atop a grassy hill. Its towering stonework walls and battlements kind of loom high in the sky. Looks like it could be pretty easily defendable if necessary. you see as you go inside, you see various what do you call banners and tapestries and trophies of like different beasts of different shapes and sizes. And you look around, you see like a massive outward courtyard. You see grass. You see people working on things around. This is the Greysong Guild.
Cool.
Just a Greysong.
Real quick, I've just gotten the call to go and eat. Do we want to shift over to the
Meanwhile,
Climb boys while I'm gone for like half an hour, or?
I think Azalea wanted Mel, so we can just take a break until you get back.
Okay, if that's cool.
Break time.
Break time.
Made a divine sorcerer, I would have ruined all your combat.
Probably. Anyway, you guys make it to the Greysong Guild. Doors open.
All right. Okay. All ashore. Let's go on ashore.
All shore, go shore.
All right. In
Sure
we go.
thing.
I'm just gonna walk ahead and see if we see anyone.
Like Gray.
Oh, you just want to go up to the front door.
Gray's in there. Good luck.
He's in there somewhere.
All right.
That's a Pokemon. I'm just gonna leave that alone.
I'll knock.
You knock. Boom, boom, boom. The door opens, and you see a large female orc, kind of dark
Oh,
gray
we're
skin,
Such a treat.
wearing sort of a orange robe sort of outfit. Has like a staff at her hand, in her hand, wrapped in like a blue fabric. Can I help you?
Probably you can. I think so. My name is Razzle. These are some of my associates. We represent the Platinum
Hello.
Scales Guild in Slipwood.
Oh, hi, I'm Lash.
Lash. Lovely to meet you, Lash. My name's Razzle. I think I already said that. I have a habit of repeating myself.
She like reaches down and shakes your hand. Her hand like eclipses yours. And she just gives you a firm. She just gives you a firm handshake.
Pleasure.
Oh, I like her.
She steps aside, lets you guys come in.
Alrighty. Fucking keys.
Are we walking? Where are we walking in? There we go.
Walking in.
What
I'll
can
get
I?
next to that.
What can I do for you?
I was wondering if perhaps your guildmaster Pip is in by any chance.
Oh no, he ain't here. I'm in charge for now.
Are you really?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Our guildmaster, has appointed me, so, for the moment, the second in command of the guild. If you're available, Miss Lash, might I have a few moments of your time just to discuss a few things about your guild and our guild?
Okay. Bring out the ale! And
That's what I'd like to hear.
you see a couple of the other guild mates, like they scoot down, make room. Some of them rush to the back, almost like startled by her voice out of nowhere. Come back, set out a couple of casks of ale for everyone.
Cool.
And she'll scooch over, wait for you guys.
Oh, we're just gonna talk out in the open? Okay, cool. Like it. Nice. I'll sit down. I'll sit opposite.
Where do you want to go, Bird? I'll go here.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
So, and then she like slams the ale down after like just downing half of it. What can I do you for?
I'll take a decent drink out of mine and just go. Well, so Miss Lash, I take it that since your guild has been around for an awful lot longer than us, that you've dealt with your fair share of, giant monsters, evildoers, and all general forms of skullduggery around the continent and places beyond it, right?
All sorts of beasties, yeah.
At the Platinum Scales Guild, we're sort of building up our own repertoire of dealing with sort of big monsters and ne'er-do-wells and all that sort of thing. But the problem is that, like, the more of these evil things that we fight, and the more sort of, like, evildoers that we come across, the more that we're sort of getting into the knowledge that there's a lot more bad shit going on in the world than we ourselves can possibly stop by ourselves. I'm here to propose the proposition of somewhat of an alliance between your guild and our guild. Essentially, it would be exchanging information. If you require any help on one of your missions, we send some of our guys to come and help you. And if we have a job that we think is too big for us, we'd ask if you would have any spare members to come and give us a hand. And that's essentially what I was thinking.
Help with what exactly?
Sorry?
Help with what exactly?
Sometimes a job comes up where, when we start getting into it, we realize that it's actually connected to a million other little things, and we can't be everywhere at once. So it would essentially be if we need to send out larger groups of adventurers to deal with all those little things before something really dreadful happens, we'd have ample amount of people to go and deal with the problem.
Well, we don't mind helping out with beasties, but we draw the line at people.
You're not too big into dealing with, like, clandestine stuff?
She kind of, like, points her finger over her shoulder at, like, a plaque of that just says Guild Rules. And you see in bold letters, I'll just paste it into the
Yeah,
chat.
what are the other guild rules? That's interesting.
Yeah, give me some. Where is the
I
chat?
propose the proposition of a proposal.
Alright, so check the Dungeons and Dragons chat. Hold
Okay.
on. Hold on. Gotta get it to paste.
Holding.
Holding. Holding.
Holding. Number 27, offense.
Yeah, hold
5
on.
yard penalty, third down.
Where
Sorry.
is the thing?
Yeah, we get it. You're from.
What are all these magic items?
Yeah,
on
we're from the Midwest. My family is a sports. Okay.
I hate that I just said it. Yeah, that's what I hate. There's nothing else other than college football. That's literally it. I hate that that's not a joke.
There we go. Does that work? Yes, yes it does.
Where is it?
Hold on.
Holding.
I gotta bold things.
There's a lot of rules.
No, not a lot.
There's a few rules.
One rule, we don't kill people.
Yeah, so,
We don't talk about.
she goes, we're a monster hunter guild. We don't deal with humans.
Oh, right. I see.
Let me see.
Oh, Greg would be down for this bit. Wow, let's look at that.
So, DM, before I say anything else, Meg did tell me, right, that if, like, as like a thing to try and maybe get a bit more ground with them to bring up the dragon.
Yep, she did mention that.
Okay. So Razzle's just gonna sort of like put his hands together and then go, okay, well in that case I think there is actually one big thing that you could help us out with. That I would ask respectfully if you and I may talk about it in a bit more of a private area. We could bring the ale, but it's rather just something that I'd rather discuss with just the two of us.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
At advantage.
At advantage.
Persuasion.
I'm here, you know, fine.
24? I'd say that's enough. She'll nod and stand up. Sure, we can talk out back.
Sure.
And I'm just gonna move you both. Boop.
Now you're stuck with the new people.
The new people.
We will
are
mingle
cool,
with
I'm
the
not
rest of us.
upset.
The
So,
new-
monster hunting.
Who are you talking to?
I guess I'll just be addressing the free pretty
The table.
equally, I suppose. Yeah, the table. It's like, well, I mean, we do kind of a mix where we're from, but we've hunted our fair share of monsters, I think, right? trying to remember actually. We ever went
Talk about your
monster
house
hunting?
hunting, Mel's.
They kind of just look at each other, and then the lizard man kind of speaks up and goes, we've had a few rough times lately. Lost a few members, but we're still going strong here.
My condolences.
That comes
Is,
with the
is Gray still
territory.
doing all right?
Gray? Oh no, that fucker left. He's racist as shit.
Oh, you know, I did have a feeling.
He's kind of an asshole. Like, fuck.
Mm.
Yeah. Is he
Well, I
still here? Or
didn't
did you
cause
guys pick him
too
up?
much trouble.
It'd be funny if you did.
No, he's not still here anymore. We can't really have someone like that around. We got a lot of people that ain't elves, actually. I think we're all not elves.
Yeah.
As far as
Cancelled.
I don't know where he went.
Damn.
I don't really know where he went. We didn't really keep track of him.
He's probably back in the Fabulon.
I wouldn't know either, but it's funny that you kicked him out, and I respect you wholeheartedly for it. 'Cause
Absolutely.
What are your names? I guess since we're being all
Gary
cordial,
Cochran.
like Gary. Okay.
I'm Mel.
Mel's all right. My name is Flat Cake. That's that over there. Her name is Yui, and the girl next to me, her name's Satana. She does magic stuff. Flat Cake. Yes.
I remember Satana because she's the one who talks slowly. If
Yep.
You're stupid.
Yep. That is her.
Okay.
And she seems to not really be paying much attention to the conversation.
What kinds of monsters have you guys killed? What's your biggest achievements in like getting monsters killed?
Biggest achievement. Let me look. I hold on. I got a doc. I gotta look up.
Sure.
Yeah, Doc.
What they've been up to.
I want to see the doc.
I'm trying to rack my memory, but I don't think we do monster hunting that much. We just tend to deal with people.
We used
The
to,
monsters tend to be in the way.
and then the monsters turn into a dragon and titans.
The
Lamau.
real monster is man.
It's
Turns out it's man.
No, it's capitalism.
Are we the virus?
I like that Gray got cancelled.
I am so happy Gray got canceled.
He got canceled. He was too racist.
He deserved
This
it.
guild is
He
woke.
was he's a goddamn, like, 300-year-old Heil. Of course he's
Yeah,
racist.
he was very racist. They were like, no.
And Mel's is like, good on you guys.
You slayed
I like you
me.
guys more now.
Play.
That makes me so happy. So great, my my two characters got washed away to sea and got canceled on Twitter. Thank God.
Okay. So he thinks for a minute and goes, well, we killed Lagumbi once.
A Lagumbi?
I love Monster Hunter.
What the fuck is a Lagumbi?
That is that's so amazing. I've never even heard of what that is, but that sounds incredible.
Yeah, it's like a big ice monster. Kind of looks like a mix between a fanged badger and a bear and a dinosaur.
It's a
No
bunny rabbit,
shot.
guys. It's a bunny rabbit.
Here? On this continent?
Yeah,
Really?
a lot of crazy things around here.
This continent be hopping. Apparently.
Poppin'.
Going back to Razzle and Lash.
Yes. Okay. First of all, I'm really sorry for dragging you away from the rest of your friends and being all secretive like this. It's just kind of a big thing.
Okay.
So, you fought. Has your guild dealt with big dragons before, right?
Hadn't seen any, so no.
In our adventures as a guild, we have come into the knowledge that there is a very, very, very big, very, very, very ancient, very, very angry red dragon. An ancient red dragon that poses a massive threat to our homes. This entire land that we're living on right now. Probably the rest of the known world. Yeah, essentially, and Razzle's gonna basically He's gonna omit a couple of details about, dealing with the Wu-Tang clan specifically, just in case. But basically, he's gonna let Lash know that, like, we found some information that there's a massive red dragon named Keragraw who is currently hiding out somewhere on an island, who is trying to create a set of metallic wings for himself so that he can come back and lord over the world.
So you just want you need help killing the dragon?
We need a lot of help killing the dragon. The problem is that we don't know when exactly the dragon is going to hit. We have a vague idea, but, this dragon is most likely going to have an army and some magical metallical wings, and God knows whatever else it's been able to amass in the couple, years that it's been hiding out underground. Now, I'm confident in our guild's abilities to be able to handle it. However, I do think that it is something that we won't be able to do exclusively by ourselves. I don't doubt your guild's abilities to deal with this thing if you've killed giant monsters in the past. But I also do think that this is the kind of threat that you won't be able to deal with yourselves. If we have some kind of mutual agreement that once this thing hits, because it's coming, and it will pose a threat to the lives of every single person in the world, probably, then it's something that I think we should set aside personal glories for, or guild glories for, and just take whatever sharp fucking weapons or whatever magic that we have and just come at it full force once it hits.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Okie dokie.
Yoy.
31.
You see, like, kind of a look in her eyes, like the look of a hunter. Like, she seems really excited about the idea of hunting down a big fuck all dragon. And she, takes a moment to, collect her thoughts and goes, "One condition.
Go ahead.
You see, many of our members have been decimated by a very dangerous monster a few hours north of here, towards the Soulstone Mountains. It's taken out a lot of our more experienced members. There might be one or two left over that are in hiding, but we've lost contact. It's called Gypsaros. It's a large thing among its species called, I think, a bird wyvern.
Okay.
If you guys can take care of this monster, bring back parts of it as proof of its extermination, then we can work with your guild, start bolstering our numbers so we can help take down this dragon later."
Sounds good to me. I bring you back some parts of this Gypsaros monster, and maybe we can discuss a little bit more after that.
Yeah, come with me. We got some information about it.
Sure. I'll follow her back inside.
All right, you guys go back inside, and you see everyone is just, having a chat.
It's just Monster Hunter. I love it.
It is
We would
Monster
also
Hunter.
We would also share our great feats as well, like saving the trains of children.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
The house hunting.
So, everyone seems to be on relatively good terms. No animosity. They're curious about your adventures. They tell you about some of theirs. What she essentially tells you is that the monster has, notable features. It has, a lamp-like crest on the top of its head and a long pink tail with a bulbous tip.
Okay.
According to their scouts, it does have a poison sac that transfers into its beak. It can also use that crest on its head to blind you, so be careful. That's about all they could observe from their scouts from a distance, because they didn't want to get too close to it. If you can defeat it and bring back its parts, then they'll pay you for the parts that you collect, which is...
Dude, I would 100% Monster Hunter ride
These are the parts that they will pay you for. And those are the DCs to collect them when you kill it.
Okie dokie.
see.
If you bring back any of those parts, they'll believe that you killed it, but you know, if you bring back all that, that's how much you can get. Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh.
Cool.
Okay.
Any part, any two, they're like, cool, you got it. Bring back more money.
Yeah. They'll pay you for monster parts that you collect from this thing.
Sweet.
And they give you the indication that if at some point you want to try and go for more monsters, they are willing to accept the help because their numbers have dwindled a bit.
Well, as I say, you help us, we'll help you out. Right, a few hours north of here, and you were saying that maybe one or two of your members might still be up there?
If they know how to hide, they might still be up there.
You want us to have a look out for them while we're on the way up?
Yeah, if you can. Send them back to safety or help them out if you notice anyone.
We'll do our best.
Yeah.
All right, we have a deal.
All right then, team. We got a giant bird monster to go and kill.
Success.
Awesome.
Success. Success. Giant bird monster. We can do that.
Meeting you all. Hope to do business again.
And I'll go ahead and copy the description that they've given you.
Boys, we're going hunting.
You're on monster hunting.
If it's flying at all, I'm gonna change some spells.
Charlie, come on, we gotta go kill a bird.
Just as confirmation, Gary's cloak and armor never came back, right? It's only the staff.
It's just the staff.
Just the staff. Gotcha.
Can't flap above it.
Okay. You guys leave.
All right, out we go. Let's get it.
Beetle.
Soulstone Mountains. Soulstone Mountains, is that on this continent or is that somewhere
Yeah,
else?
yeah, it's up north.
No, it's here. It's a few hours north of here.
Okay.
But yeah, I was thinking, I was trying to rack my brain. I was like, what makes sense for them to not directly be involved with the mafia? Monster Hunter Guild. They don't deal with people. Makes sense.
That works.
We've been on the outskirts of Slane. Everything is scary out there.
Yeah,
Checks out.
That's fair.
a lot of scary things.
People drink here
Also-
for a reason.
Hmm.
Also, there's just the fact that the other team killed like a wyvern in
Yeah.
their air travel. So
Yeah.
Look, there it is. It's just falling down from the sky.
Yeah.
We're very good at our job.
Yeah.
we are.
Falls right in their backyard. I'm
then.
so glad Greg got me.
Yeah, Gray got canceled.
Yeah. To the bar.
To the bar.
I think
To the
so,
bar.
yeah.
Alright.
Charlie will bring you guys there.
Yep, Charlie will lead you guys to the bar, and you've rejoined your party.
Woo! Success.
Howdy.
Hello.
You got us the job?
Yep.
Yeah, good news is they're perfectly willing to, give us a hand, and, we can give them a hand as well. Not necessarily bad news, but just the other part of the deal is that we gotta go kill a bird monster in the mountains that's killed some of their people.
And we're not gonna die too.
Oh god, no, of course we're not.
Okay. Oh, full day of prep then?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I'm ready to go, more or less.
You ready to kill? What was the description they gave for it? Let's see. It fucking myrtleizes you. Look at that.
Poisonous, it flies, it can blind you. Oh, actually, that reminds me. DM, I am going to... I'm going to I'm gonna put on the blind sight necklace that I got from when we fought the Medusa. When we were going up against the Medusa.
Okay.
And I'm going to temporarily unattune from the teeth boots and unattune to the blind sight necklace instead. Just in
Okay.
case.
What's I'm saying? Is there any I mean, how's everyone's funds? Do we need to find any items? Do we get some anti-poison, anti-blindness?
I have a spell that's protection from poison. I can touch one person to be resistant to it.
Is it concentration? Or do you only have one that spell slot?
Yeah, just one.
Out of character, you just have the one spell slot for it.
Oh no! Well, I have
I don't think
no.
it's
I have
concentration.
two. I have two second levels.
Yeah, you can drop them multiple times. I don't think it's concentration.
I've got a potion that helps me resist poison.
Yeah, no, I'm set on poison.
Let's see. The
I
oil
think
that
they
makes
can
you
do poison.
slippery.
Megan's fine.
Noah kind of looks around and goes, "So we're going to hunt a giant beast, is that right?"
That's exactly
Yes.
right.
Well, I need to prepare some spells for that. I'd prefer if I could keep it from moving around too much.
I'm looking forward to it. This sounds like fun.
Oh, I have an elixir of health. Okay, I can. There's a potion that I have. Okay,
Yeah,
alright, cool.
I definitely want to get Earthbind, I imagine.
Yeah.
I could use some
Alright.
better armor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I guess we'll do everyone prep today. We'll set out tomorrow.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good.
We can do Azalea's stuff next. That way I have time to try and figure out how to make the shops work again.
Yeah.
Lamau.
Alright. Well, I guess that will be when we're out and about. I'll grab Megan and Mel's. And
Okay.
just kind of like, all right. Here's the plan I have. I don't believe we can outpay whatever the mafia has for information and whatnot, and anyone we try to send in will probably, be easily bribed by them. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna play off my ancestry a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can get a sucker to think he made a deal with the devil.
Oh, okay. What do you want us to be then?
Well, I need you guys to be scary as shit. So I'm thinking, the local pickpockets are quite plentiful and good at what they do. I think we have to find a mark who we think would fucking fall for it, but also maybe skilled enough.
I want you to roll a perception check.
I was hoping I had Mel's do this, because my perception is shit.
Hey, never mind.
Alright. I don't know, Mel, do you think you could scare a pickpocket into an alley?
I can try.
I think that's all.
What is my? Oh, Tom Wisdom. Okay. Yeah, I can try.
I can probably scare someone.
I think that's all we need to do that. Well, Megan, you're gonna be a part of this. Do you think that's too riff-raffy, or do you think this is a good start for the grassroots operation? So I was thinking we get this sucker into thinking I own his soul, and then he maybe gets a few other friends and kind of build from there.
Problem with that is, after him, his ability to gather people might not be as great as yours. So it might not be as effective as you're thinking if you're leaving it up to him.
Yeah, no, I want to be a bit more passive. I can't be in Slane every day. Alright, we'll see how it goes. If it fails miserably, at worst case scenario, I lose like 50 gold.
Alright. So the three of you
Well, I
head off.
suppose.
So my job is pickpocketing.
Well, no, I imagine we're going to be walking around. Your job is to see whoever tries to pickpocket us and then just get them into a corner.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Shoot an arrow or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I am the perceptive.
We'll just
Yes.
move you guys over here.
And I have enhanced ability on me. Lamau.
Yeah.
Now that's an hour, so would you?
Well, yeah. Because we'd be doing this in about a half an hour, and we
Yeah,
just got
no,
done
I'm
with
saying I
the
could
third one
refresh it if
happened.
need be.
Yeah, so it's still in effect.
Megan will just do her best to be herself and seem
Yeah,
like an
we-
easy
we're
mark.
ju- I guess I'll disguise myself too. We'll look richer,
Yeah.
fancier. I'm definitely gonna hide where I keep my money.
Yeah. Also, she also is
you want me-
hiding her money.
I'll fill like a pocket with rocks or something like that, you know,
Do you want me walking with you, or do you want me to be in the shadows?
from a distance probably. Yeah.
From a distance? Okay, so then I will stealth. With advantage, because it's cloak.
Yeah, no, I'll Charlie with you pretty much, and then just when
you know
run
what?
After, when you run
You know,
after
fuck it.
someone,
I'll do pass without trace on myself too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Pretty much
plus what?
So,
No, I'm saying whenever you go after anyone, Charlie will let me know.
Yeah. So I'll do
Azalea.
pass without trace myself for plus 10, and then I'll do stealth.
Do I
Probably.
not have any money?
I was about to say, roll
So 30.
performance at advantage because you have Megan with you.
Nice. How rich do we look?
Look, rich as fuck.
Oh no.
So the two of you are walking, and oddly enough, you don't see a lot of people around. Make an investigation check.
This is where it all goes downhill, boys.
27.
Where is it?
So as you're looking around, like you notice a lot of just normal people walking around, but there is a distinct lack of bandits and pickpockets. It takes a good like 15, 20 minutes before you actually notice someone tailing you guys, which is unusual here.
Yeah. Fucking someone got their hand bit on the way here. Yeah, alright. Well, yeah, we'll just keep walking, stop at stalls or whatever.
Yeah, he's keeping his distance, but just you can tell an amateur when you see one. He's like looking over his shoulder, acting real suspicious and just waiting. Megan notices him too, and she just like points down an alley. Be like, "Oh, there's a shortcut down this way."
Oh, of course.
And the two of you walk in, and obviously he follows you into the alley.
Mel's is following too. Out
And
of sight, out of mind.
once you guys are kind of enough out of sight of the general populace, he pulls out a dagger and goes, "Give me all your money."
Oh dear. Well, this is unexpected and strange. Mels, do you mind making sure he doesn't stab us?
Who?
Let's go. Yell it out.
And then I jump down and I pull out my frostband rapier and I like put him in a chokehold.
Fuck. I'm not gonna have him bother to roll because he's an easy mark. He just like drops his dagger. I don't want no trouble.
So, well, give me a description of this individual.
He's got scruffy brown hair, some freckles, sort of like sun tanned, sort of splotchy skin. Doesn't really take care of himself. Kind of gross. Doesn't seem like he's very experienced in the field. He doesn't even have his any initiation tattoos or anything yet.
Ooh, crash mark. Alright, then I guess I'm gonna be concentrating on something else really. I'm gonna drop my disguise self and then cast silent image for like a wall behind us, so it looks like we are trapped in here. Hello there! Yeah, please don't mind the appearance. It frightens everyone a little bit at times.
Who are you?
Oh, my name's Azalea. Pleasure to meet you. And then I'm going to, actually, no, I'm not. What's your name? What can we have?
Make an intimidation check. At advantage.
Thank you. I'm not very Thank you for just fucking Batmaning him.
19?
I love
Okay,
it.
yeah. Yeah, you've got some some muscle behind you right now.
Mm-hmm.
He just gulps and goes,
I'm sorry, speak up.
Chris Bandana.
Alright. Now, lucky for you, this is actually a choice day. I need some help. And I need it from someone like you.
What?
So I know you're a wee bit amateur, but that's fine. I need someone on the ground. I need someone to, there's a lot going on in the world right now, and a lot that's gonna change, and I need someone to help me manage some friends. I think that you're just the person for that.
What do you mean, manage? Are you a pimp?
How much? No, of course not. How much do you know about the Wu-Tang Clan by any chance?
I know they're dangerous. I hadn't really made my bones with them yet.
You know that their time is coming up soon.
Right.
They've made many enemies. And I'm worried about, guys upstairs, downstairs. They're worried about what happens when they finally fall.
He
How
can't-
power back is gonna be like.
He kind of looks up and around looking for stairs.
You're not very familiar with the devils, are you? Very well, that's fine. Listen, what I need you to do is I need near to the ground. I need to know their movements. I want to clean them up faster. And when they're gone, who knows? Maybe you could step in. How does that sound? Too good to be true?
What's the catch?
The catch is I need you to not be fucking stupid. As you can tell, I have some stronger friends. Mouse, hi.
She kind of brings the knife closer to his neck a little bit.
I need people that just observe, just watch, just see their movements, and then I have other friends that can take care of them.
So you
Is that something you think you could do?
so you just need info.
I just need info.
Well,
I
you
also need you to make a few more friends, because I'm sorry we did spot you from a bit of ways.
what's the deal? What are you offering? What do I get?
The deal here is, I will take out my actual coin purse. I have about, what is this, 5 platinum here? This is going to be your first paycheck. Think of it as that way. I want you to get maybe another friend who's a little sneaker than you. Maybe another friend who, actually someone who could help us find some illegal goods would be good. Fencing, something like that. And we're going to go out for a little bit. In a couple of days, we're going to come back. You meet up with me, and you, see what you can find out about Wu-Tang Clan. See if you can find, like, maybe a storehouse of theirs, where they're operating. If you manage to do that, we'll have more business in the future for you.
I think I know a couple people. He's like stuttering while looking at the.
As soon as I see him stuttering, I'm going to cast a minor illusion to have an imp like appear out of a portal, and, like fly on my shoulder, and just start mumbling gibberish in Infernal.
He's gonna like jump and like he would have fallen, but Mel's is like keeping him in place.
All right, no, I should. Okay, sorry about that. And the imp will just disappear.
The fuck was that? What is that?
I told you, there are many people that are interested in the fall of the Wu-Tang Clan, and we're just gonna need your help to get that information.
Make a deception check.
Come on, Rogue.
Ah, whatever.
Oh.
It's still 11. Still good.
Yeah.
I'll roll a d20.
I'm mad. That's the one time I didn't want to win.
Oh. Shit.
That's fine.
He just looks at you and goes, "Oh, I see. One of them fucking magic users. Look, I don't know what you're trying to pull, but if you're paying, then I can work. But keep the fucking magic bullshit away from me."
Alright, well. And I will, Mouse, let him go.
Okay. She lets go of him, puts away her sheath, and dives back into the shadows.
God, that's creepy. Leave with her. She's creepier than your fucking magic tricks.
Hey, you know what? I tried my best. You know what? I'm actually impressed. I'm actually more impressed. I'll double the pay. That is 10 platinum sound for you to get a little bit better, get yourself a little more equipped, get me some information. We'll meet back up in a couple of days. And there's far more pay where that comes from.
Are you paying him now?
I'll hand him the 10 platinum.
Okay,
Remember, though, I can find you. If you fuck off, you are not hard to find.
He takes it and just kind of like bites it to make sure it's real. All right, I think I can find Steve and Regina. All right.
Name's already. You're the local. Where do you want to meet up?
Bye, Finn. We can meet down by the docks. And
And I'll snap my fingers and the wall goes away, just an alleyway again.
yeah, he looks behind him and looks back at you, and then just like slowly backs away, and then runs off.
That was fun.
Mel's shoots an arrow towards him, but without like actually hitting him.
Yeah, just
Fuck!
Intimidating a little bit more. Yeah.
Fucking shit, bitch, and he just runs off.
Oh, I'm so sad Fenrir wasn't here for that.
Well,
So how was that? How did I do?
You did incredible.
Thank you.
good job, Beck.
I didn't even practice, but it was so fun.
Oh, I hope he doesn't just steal 10 platinum from me. He probably did. You just scared the absolute piss out of him.
Well, types like that don't run into platinum very often, so he'll likely
No.
come back at least once.
No, they don't. God, that was all my money. If he gets a
Are we gonna
spinning
do? Are we gonna do it again, or are we done?
I think one might
I
be.
think we'll try for one. If he fails me, I'll figure it out and we'll try again later.
Okay.
Alright.
Anyway, I have to do some actual shopping now, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And I
Shopping.
think I think this is a good time to call it, just because I know the shops are broken and I want to try and fix that.
Mm-hmm.
And
We
we'll
ending it here?
yeah, we'll end it here.
Alrighty.
We'll do shopping and the monster hunting in the next session.
Monster
Here for
hunting.
I like that you already have names. We're good. We got the grassroots begins.
Yeah, you guys have Evil Steve, Chris Bandana, and Regina Taint.
Evil Steve
I don't like it here.
It was a
I
solid
need to make
silver
a new.
gold.
I need to make a new bullet. I need a new spot in my notes for the grassroots members.
I like playing the role of the silent assassin.
No, that's all I need. That's what I need for you to show.
Yeah.
Like, hey, no, we can fuck them up. You just point a direction.
Yeah.
That's all I needed.
But good job, guys. I know there was no combat this session, but we got
No, that was great, Craig.
you're getting combat next session.
I haven't gotten experience in the past like 3 sessions. It's fine. Wait, the names are what was it? Evil Steve.
Evil Steve, Chris Bandana, and Regina Taint.
Love them so much.
Great. No doubt.
You're nuts.
I've been waiting to reveal that Gray got kicked out of the guild.
Yeah, no,
That's
I'm
amazing.
he deserves it. Again, that's the reason I stopped playing him. Is I'm like, he should be racist as shit, but too many people think I'm like actually being
Actually, right?
not actually racist, but like they wouldn't like that I'm being like they wouldn't
Yeah.
have if I was being mean to them.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
my first thought.
I was thinking about the guild. I was like, he would hate everyone in this guild just on appearance alone. Like,
He 100% would be such a shitty show off too when
Yeah.
fighting monsters and stuff like that. Like very disrespectful.
yeah. So he would not respect the rules of the guild in terms of like respect for the hunt and all that.
No, I think his midlife crisis is over.
Yeah.
Everyone else is stupid. The elves have it right.
he was gone back
Remember
home.
It was written before, but after Gray, they had to make it a plaque on the wall.
Yes.
Oh, I just love we got Mel to be Batman. That was sick as hell.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was like, I just need to look intimidating. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I need to do.
Looks
So,
scary.
I rolled for 5 times this session. 3 of them were natural ones.
I got like 2 nat ones. It was a rough session, buddy. I got
It's
2 nat
rough.
ones.
Look,
I
just
think
be
this might
happy.
be the most concentrated natural ones in the entire.
It has
series.
been.
Time played to nat.
Yeah.
rolls.
Look, just be happy that you didn't get all these while doing the monster hunting portion.
Oh, we might.
There's
We still
worse
might.
things to roll nat ones on.
Yeah, we still might. What are you talking about?
You might, but we'll
True.
see.
True.
I'm so happy that I can introduce monster hunting into the game now.
Yeah.
I am so fucking excited.
Listen, the Lagambi is one of my favorite monsters to play. It's a big bunny.
It's a big bunny rabbit.
Bunny.
No,
I love they're like, yeah, we killed this thing.